Hello, hello.
Hello. There we be.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Loud and clear.
Just seeing shepherd's pie.
Ooh, nice. Good stuff.
Oh shit, I forgot. Me don't fall on my face. There we go.
Do you guys have sheep in Canada?
Sheep? Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, on like farms. But not in the wild. Like not just like wandering.
Good day, gentlemen. How are we all?
Doing well.
All right. I'm almost ready here. There we go. Brought it.
We all set up.
There we go.
Nice.
Brought my stuffed animals to.
What's the names? What's the names?
I don't know. My son just beats the shit out of them, and I just keep repairing them. So I like to call this one durable, and this one not so durable.
Nice.
So, get that done here. All right. So, my man, how are you doing over there in the UK?
Yeah, right. I was gonna say I've been off the last couple of days, so yeah, no. I was gonna say we've got the weather, which is nice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Apart from that, yeah, all right. What about yourselves over in Canada?
Well, it's for me. It's been rainy the last few days. It's been it's been not bad. I'm just happy that life seems to be kind of going back to normal a little bit.
Yeah.
Not sure if it's going to stay that way for long. They seem to be predicting a big second wave coming in October. So,
but they can say that. But then the other problem is how many people have actually had it. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
For me, it's been pretty nice weather. Although I have been mostly inside, just like editing the podcast. I had quite the it was quite the mission to get episode 2 with Phil edited. So like I had it yesterday. Took me 3 hours to get it uploaded, and then like shortly after it uploaded, I got an email from YouTube that this video has been blocked on copyright violation. Because during the video, we were talking about UFC with Phil, and I was pulling up fights that they were talking about because I don't watch much UFC. So I was pulling them up and like, oh, we're not using the sound, so I feel like it should be fine. But then I guess that's not the case. So then I take it down and then edit out the section with the fights and then re-upload it. So we just finished exporting, and then I'm gonna re-upload it tonight when everybody else is asleep and there's less people on the internet.
Yeah, well, we could always use our first load of fights from like episode 1 to wherever it is, because they've been out for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, the new stuff they probably won't be able to get away with.
Yeah, it's all good. It wasn't too difficult to take that section out, so I was upset about it like at the time, but now that it's done, I'm not too bitter about having to do that. So that should be up soon, hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah, that should be up by 24 hours from now. Jordan's all in charge of uploading our YouTube videos for the most part. I make fancy merch. Jordan uploads the magic.
That's right. Yeah.
Jordan looks like he's in a terrace cave as well. With the
He has that like really clean cut terrorist look. Jordan does. Like really charming, like you'd never quite suspect. But if somebody pissed him off on the wrong day, he could do something. He might stomach punch you.
It's not over in Saudi or anywhere like that. It's in Jordan's cave.
Yeah, this my studio it is kind of like a cave. Like there's 0 windows, like it's like all artificial light. So it is quite cave-like, but I've added like originally it was just one light bulb, which is just above me. So then it was very, very terrorist cave-like, but now it's a little more like a nice homely studio.
So your mum and dad let you have an extra light bulb then?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Have definitely heard that from people that this is a very cave-looking space.
Well, personally, Jordan, I like your cave. I'm a cave guy.
Yeah.
When
Same
it comes to me, like, I can't sleep in a room that has a lot of light. I'm one of
Yeah.
those gentlemen that you have to make it black, about as dark as it can get. I want to be like a bear that's hibernating.
here. Fair.
So
So
where
what's
I work, where I'm at work, we have sleep-ins because we have to look after people at work,
Okay.
and they basically like the woman next door. She always has a light on, shining at night, so it's annoying because you have to keep the curtains shut, otherwise it's awkward to sleep.
Yeah. Fair.
what do you do for work, my friend? What is your job title over there?
I'm a support worker, so I look after adults with autism.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's very
So,
sweet of you. It's a very
so
hard.
yeah.
I understand that's a very giving job. Like you have to give quite a bit of yourself in that job to your clients and whatnot. So that's a mighty kind thing of you to do, to go out there and support others.
Yeah, well, I was a chef before, so I trained as a chef many years ago,
Yeah.
back in the day, and yeah, and then I got to a certain point, and yeah, I just got fed up being in the kitchen. So yeah,
Is the kitchen life a difficult one? I did a short stint in a kitchen when I was like 13, 14, getting my first job, and I hated it and I left. The guy that ran the kitchen was a complete drug addict, but I mean, he was a funny guy. But I've heard that that's not uncommon in the
No.
kitchen industry.
no, you either smoking weed, doing drugs, or whatever. But yeah, no, I'll say the team was good. Some of the kitchens, the teams were good. But I
Yeah.
mean, like the hours doesn't really bother me because what I do now, the hours as well. But it was just I couldn't grow a beard properly because you had to shave it.
Ooh.
So that was one of the reasons why I didn't really like it, because I had to keep it to about Jordan's length.
Is your beard super important to you? Like it's a big part of your identity?
It is because, like I say, it's something you can control yourself, and it's yours. It's everyone grows a different beard. Not everyone's going to have the same beard, so it's kind of one of those ones. I wanted to see where it went, but also, like I say, with the beard, yeah, I just enjoy having a beard on my face, really.
I understand that.
Yep.
And I've
same
spent
here.
enough money, and I've spent enough money on the beard as well, so it's kind of.
Fair.
If you work how much product you buy each month to how much you spend on your beard each month, you go, actually, that's quite a lot of money.
It can be, yeah.
For sure.
I know personally, I've invested a little bit of money into my beard products, and
Yep.
I'm a big fan of it. So.
Yeah, before I've been growing a beard for like 2-3 years, but really this was the first year that 2020 was the first year that I really started taking care of and actually investing in good beard struggle products. Just because I saw an ad for them on Instagram, and then I joined it, and then I ordered the beard wash and the beard conditioner as my first 2 products, and then I've been sold ever since.
Yeah, have you used any other products before, or is this the first product you've actually used?
Yeah, this is the first brand of beard products that I've ever used. And just before, I never really took too much care of it, which
so
makes
he has
sense.
no idea what the crap products feel like on the beard.
No, he doesn't understand. Yeah, he doesn't. He's been spoiled from day one. He found the golden goose on day one. Whereas, the rest of us, we kind of suffered a little bit through our journey. Like, I remember the first time I ever used a beard oil that wasn't from the beard struggle, and it felt like I just put grease on my face, and it just smelled weird. And it's like, oh, I hear this is supposed to be good. And you try and convince yourself for 4 or 5 days that the dog shit you're rubbing on your face is good for you. And then you're like, holy Christ. And you get a little discouraged, because you're like, oh, maybe I'll try another brand. But you don't want to waste the money, because sometimes when it gets tight, especially in today's world, some people just lost their jobs for the last few months. Some people are going through tough times. So they don't want to invest money in things like beard products. But me, I can't go a day without putting my oil in. I can't go a day without making sure I use my straightener.
Yep.
It's just, it's a part of who I am now.
But I'll say I've had stuff like, have you heard of the Grizzly products? You get,
The the stuff I grabbed was from like a hairdresser. Like you go into a hairdresser, get your hair cut, and they're like, "Look, this is whatever we have." And I'm like, "Oh, cool," because I don't know anything about this, so I guess I'll just listen to you, lady that doesn't have a beard.
I'd say I've had everything. I've had stuff that's got alcohol in it. Do not go anything near anything with alcohol in it, Jordan.
Fair.
It will destroy your beard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alcohol dries up the actual skin, and then you're adding more and more. So, yeah.
But
I mean,
Jordan uses anything else besides the beard struggle product, I might have to beat him with a wet noodle.
well, the thing is, I reckon he should go and try a cheap one just to see the difference. At least he knows what he's talking about when he's selling it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have thought about that because there's another brand that I've used their other skincare products, and they've been pretty good. But then they do have a beard balm and an oil, which I do want to try, maybe for like a video on my YouTube channel, and just like compare, so that like.
Is that the new one that is that the new stuff that you just got? Came in a black bottle, black and green.
Oh no, that was that's Tiege Hanley face wash.
Was that one? Is that just for women, or is that?
No, actually, it's like specially formulated for men.
Okay. Ooh, specially formulated for men. I like this.
Hold up. Let's.
Jordan, can you say that a little bit slower and with a little bit more of a sensual voice?
And when he does it, little children's hands come out and start massaging his face. Hardest food you find at the moment with a long beard? What's the hardest food you plan to eat?
Ooh.
I'll let you go first, Jordan, because I already know mine.
Yeah, I gotta go ice cream. Like, I was out, like I walked down to an ice cream place near my house and got an ice cream. Like, it was like a big one too, and it was in a cone and just made a mess of my beard. Like, so ever since then, I've been like, nope, I'm using a cup. No more cones.
Okay. But you've done away with cones.
Yep.
You bastard. Done away with cones, you son of a bitch. Okay, well. I can understand ice cream. That was when I first started growing a beard. That was like one of my first annoying ones. Mm-hmm. But like, especially over quarantine when it turned into that mane that you all saw that was just completely untamed and a mess. Like I hated eating pasta. Like if you had like really saucy pasta and you're trying to put it in there, it always gets over some kind of hair. You're trying to get it out. And after dinner, you feel like there's a chunk like way down in here. And you're like, cool, I got a shower for the 4th time today because I decided to eat.
Fair.
What about you, my man?
Anything sugary.
Anything sugary?
Anything sugary. So any thick sauces, sugary sauces like sweet and sour sauce to curry sauce, anything like that gets into your beard. Ice cream is quite easy to deal with because it only gets around your tash. It doesn't get on your beard. Unless you're smothering it over your face like that. But I mean, anything sugary, because I was eating something the other day and it was a Belgian bun. You know what Belgian buns are?
No, I've never heard of this.
No.
It sounds delicious.
It's basically currants in a sort of, do you have very much more English? If I say what a bread roll is, do you kind of know what that is?
I do.
I know. So it's kind of like a dough with currants and stuff in it, and then they have icing sugar over the top with a cherry in it. And eating that, it just basically stuck all around my beard. It was just. But yeah, do you call cakes cookies or cookies? Because I know in America they call it cookie. I don't know what, like very similar type of.
As far as I know, like our cookies are like the little round things with chocolate chips in them and stuff.
Yeah, that's what we've got.
And some people call those biscuits, but we call them cookies here. And then a cake is like the thing you shove your candles in during a birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What you pulling up here, Jordan? What you got, boy?
Yeah, that's I just was pulling up Belgian buns.
That's a Belgian bun.
Oh, damn. The fat kid in me is getting a boner. It looks so good. It looks so cute.
Yeah,
Cute and adorable.
Yeah, they're tasty. But yeah, they could that them
Oh, they get even better.
they're full of they've got sugar water so they it's over the top, and then they add the icing sugar over that, so it just gets sticky and messy.
It's kind of like a Cinnabon.
It looks like that. It almost looks like a cinnamon bun with like a cherry on top.
Yep, I know what you're on about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah, they've got about 500 calories per
that all looks
serving.
Delicious. Jesus Christ. This is not helping anybody watching the podcast. It's trying to lose weight.
500 calories per one.
That's okay. That's just a little secret between me and that bun. And after I'm done eating it, it doesn't need to talk anymore.
What's it called? When on my bulking diet, when I was bulking down the gym before everything shut down, on one of my bulking things was Ben and Jerry's. I used to blend that up with a liter of cream as well.
Damn, a liter of cream. Now, when you say cream, like, what's the percentage of your cream over there? I know here it's like some cream is 18%, some goes up even higher than that, some is 25, I believe, something like that.
I shall check.
The 16 and 18, I believe, is the normal.
I did try double cream, and the only problem with the double cream was it got more like ice cream.
Interesting.
Fat percentage for cream over here is about 18% for half and half. Light cream is about 30%. Whipping cream is 36%. And yeah, so it was round about 30%.
It's similar to what we got here.
So yeah, just blend that up, and it gives you about close to about 2,000 to 3,000 calories.
Damn. And I mean, I love, like, when I was a kid, I don't know if you guys have them over there, but they're like these little tiny cups. They're literally about this big, just little tiny suckers. Have a little green lid. You pull them back. There's a little bit of cream in there. You dip it in your. As a kid, I just inhaled those motherfuckers. My mom was like, "Stop! You just had 30." I'm like, "I want more. Give me
more." But yeah, amazing. we get those when you go to like when you go to bed and breakfast, B&Bs or hotels. And when you get up in the morning or go into your room, they normally have like little sachets of milk, or
cool.
When you're going down for breakfast as well, sometimes they have little sachets of milk that you just open and pour into your tea.
Interesting. Now, I heard you mention the gym there. Do you have a fitness goal that you're trying to accomplish right now, or are you just excited the gym's open and you're like, I get to pick things up and put them down and get years?
I'm not going there yet, because I know it's going to be until they get everything under control with basically how they're going to do it. Because I was at a 24-hour gym, because where I was finishing work late at night, I'd be able to go to the gym afterwards, finish about 1 o'clock in the morning, go back to bed, and then get up the next day to do whatever. Until they sort out how they're going to keep everything clean, I don't really want to pick up stuff, you know what I mean? Especially in a sweaty man area or women area as well. But yeah. So it's kind of one of those ones. I'm going to wait for a good couple of months and see how they do it, and then go from there. But I was basically I went from, in the space of 6-7 months, I went from being around about 12.5 to about 15 stone.
Now, what is a stone when it comes to, like, what is 1 stone in
2.2 pounds a kilo, and there's 14 kilos in a stone.
Cool.
Interesting. Because I always got confused whenever I watched a martial arts fight, and they're like, weighing in at 9.2 stones or whatever it was, and I was like, do I have stones nearby that I can weigh this out with to find out how much this gentleman weighs? I can't figure it out.
The best way to find out is go on Google and just type what pounds to kilos and stuff like that. But yes, 2.2 pounds a kilo.
Interesting.
So whatever it is in kilos.
Cool.
So yeah, and then I just felt so unfit and really unhealthy. And trying to sleep was awkward as well because I'd be snoring all the time being at that. Fitness dropped because where I wasn't training fitness side of things and I was weight gaining. So it was more like the only exercise I got was lifting up weights and putting weights down.
Fair enough.
But it was more of I did more powerlifting, strongman stuff than an actual looking good.
Okay.
Understandable. And what do you like better? Do you like the whole heavy lifting, or do you like working on like your physique, or maybe I don't know, or anything like that?
When I was down the gym, I like lifting, like deadlifting, all that stuff. But for when I do my teaching for my martial arts and stuff like that, and when I was competing back in the day, the lightest I've been fat wise was about 4% body fat.
Damn.
Yeah, but I was still healthy because I was competing at that point. So it's kind of my body's weird. It has a fast metabolism than it should have. So putting the weight on back in the day was really hard.
Interesting. What kind of martial arts do you compete in?
I did Taekwondo for 10 years. And then basically I went from that to Jiu-Jitsu, Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, not Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I went from that to that because Taekwondo didn't have everything I wanted. So I kind of mixed it with the Jiu-Jitsu, which was more standing, throws, blocks, weapon work. What else we've got? On the street situations, all the fancy stuff you see Steven Seagal do, but also more quicker and more brutal. And I like also mixing in things because it's not just set. This is that. It kind of you have to work it around yourself. Then actually, because you get taught basics, but then when you get higher up, you can start adjusting things into your own style.
Interesting. Very cool.
Yeah, and then I did a little bit of sword and stuff like that. But yeah, really, because of lockdown, I haven't been able to teach or train because it's all close combat quarter stuff.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Do any sports?
I used to play American football when I was younger. I played basketball for a bit. Played soccer when I was a lot younger. Played volleyball for one season. Bunch of things.
Soccer sounds really weird because when like Canada and USA go compete in the Olympics, it's called football, but when other times than that, it's called soccer.
Yeah, and then myself, I compete in amateur MMA. I've done martial arts ever since I was a little kid. I took most of my teenage years off because, I decided that pro wrestling and video games and Jones Soda were the better way to go, and my couch was rather comfy. So I did that for a bunch of years, and grade 12, I went through a big weight loss situation. I was 315 pounds. I switched schools at my final year. I decided to lose a bunch of weight and got a job at the gym there.
How tall were you?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How tall were you?
5'9", same height I am now. 5'9".
Okay.
So 315 pounds was not my ideal weight. Probably shouldn't have been there. And I went to weightlifting, and then after weightlifting for a little bit, I decided once I was healthy, I lost half my body weight. 145 pounds was gone, so I was 245 pounds. I started doing martial arts again, and slowly I've built myself back up, kind of thing.
Yep. You guys, they got gyms open over there at the moment then?
They just opened, I think, last week. Jiu-jitsu and wrestling and that kind of stuff is all opened. Kickboxing and boxing was going for a week or two before that. That's because it wasn't super close. You could still have a little bit of distance between you and the other person. But now as far as I know, everything's back in full swing. It's just a matter of social distancing the best you can while training.
Yeah, I think in Ontario we're moving a lot slower than that. I don't know if.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I think gyms are like in the process of opening, like in the next little while, but I don't know if there's any that are open at the moment.
I think Doug Ford said that you guys are hitting phase 2, like you're just getting started, but Toronto doesn't get to go along with it, which sucks because Toronto is one of the bigger centers. out there.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference in where you guys live to the distance and all that stuff?
Like between each other, or
Between each other, and like scenery wise, is one of you more like a city type of thing, one more countryside, or how's?
Well, Jordan, what's your city like? I forget I don't know what golf is like. I literally live right beside a lake.
Mhm.
Like I can walk to the lake. I can see it from my deck. I live around 3,000 people. I'm about 20 minutes to a small town. It's not very big. And then to a big city, I'm about 2 hours, an hour, depending on which way you go into which city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Guelph is a bigger town, but smaller than like say Burlington or Oakville.
What's the population of those places?
Ah,
Just guessing. Just fucking fart out a guess if you can.
I think Guelph is a couple 100,000.
Damn.
I believe.
Fuck, man. I live by 3,000 old people with money.
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes to an hour from Toronto.
Okay, so is Toronto Canada's main city, or?
It's definitely one of them for sure. But yeah, so as of 2017, 135,000 people. So I was in the general direction, and then
Interesting.
Yeah.
And what's the distance between Guelph and Sorrento? Sorrento, BC. That's where I am.
I spelled it wrong.
So who's more north and who's more south or west or east?
Well, he's literally west and I'm east. Or wait.
Okay.
No, he's east and I'm west. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So whereabouts over in the UK do you reside, my friend? Where do you call home?
How do I explain it? Do you know much about the UK?
I know a little bit here and there.
Mm-hmm.
What areas do you know in the UK?
Manchester is probably my best versed area that I know about.
London?
I know a little bit of London.
Yeah,
not a great deal.
Mm-hmm.
So London's our main capital of the UK. That's where everything comes from. Everything goes in and goes out, really, for like all the business stock markets and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got London, which is here, Manchester, which is up here.
Yeah.
So where London is, you got to come down that way, down southeast way. I'm down in sunny Kent, in Margate. I'm trying to think. It was one of the main tourist attractions back in the day for people to come down from London. They normally come down, but due to lockdown and stuff like that, it's a bit awkward for them to come. But you get everyone come down from London, stuff like that. I was going to say, we've had a couple of TV shows filmed in Margate and stuff like that.
Very cool.
So, do you know Only Fools and Horses?
What was that?
Sorry, what's that?
Only Fools and Horses. That's one of these shows that was filmed in Margate back in the days in the, I think back in the 70s. But yeah, this is Margate.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's some beautiful architecture over there.
Mm-hmm.
This is Dreamland. It's been redone up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's
so
epic.
they have. So Dreamland has all different shows on. Well, you did have a load of different shows on and stuff like that. So we had like monkeys played there, other things like that.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
But yeah, it was run down for years and years and years. And this is the old town. This is Old Town Margate.
Now that looks like the place that they filmed like the movie Troy and crap like that, like where they come in with the boats and stuff. That's like that. That's like a battle scene from there.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's beautiful.
This would be an epic spot to do like TBS content, like these like down by the water.
Because I was going to say, I reckon a good Viking video would be quite good at something like this.
Oh, 100%.
That'd be perfect.
Like, imagine that. Like, that would be epic.
Oh, that'd be amazing, especially if we had like boats coming in.
Yeah, build a long
Boats coming
thing
in
and
just
then,
filled with a bunch of bearded fucking savages.
That would be amazing.
we do have a Viking ship. If you type Viking ship planet, because we've got a trail in like a coastline trail in where I live called the Viking Trail.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's kind of where the Viking ship landed, and it's along that bit. Have a look at the boat. It's a replica. It's a replica boat. But yeah.
Man, my dad's all into speedboats and yachts and shit. I just want a Viking boat.
Yeah, honestly.
There it is.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty cool. Was that a snakehead? What is that?
It's a dragon head, I think.
Damn, that's neat.
I'll find some better pictures of it.
I mean, it had a pretty cute little mouth there, but I mean, I like to see the rest of the boat.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a replica one.
That's epic.
That's amazing.
So yeah, it's called the Viking Trail, which basically all goes all the way up to Reculver, which was an old medieval church that's been extended over the years.
Sweet. That's an amazing little boat. Well, it's not little by any stretch of the means, but I mean, that's an amazing boat they got there. It's just the way it looks and the way even they painted it and everything. That's very eye-catching.
Then it used to be its own little island before they connected it to the other
Wow, that's a cool spot.
Yeah. Get like a whole bunch, like if get a big gathering there and then get a whole bunch of Vikings running through this area, like that, like slow motion, like that would be epic.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. I'm sure we could even make that funny somehow.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, if you click on that picture, what looks like a kid's drawing, next to where's your mouse? Shows your mouse. Go left.
One.
Next to the sign thing.
Oh yeah, this one.
That's one.
There we go.
So that's the Viking coastline that takes you around.
Cool.
But yeah, it all used to be one island. It used to be an island before they connected it.
Cool. That's really cool.
That's super neat. I look like there's a lot of. Would you say there's a lot of Viking history where you are?
One of them, I'd say, originally where they landed in England was more up north. So I'm trying to think where you'd be. Where would they have landed? Because they landed at the church, didn't they, back in the day?
Yeah.
And that's in Northumbria, and that would have been up near. That would have been more near Manchester that way. So Northumbria would have been Manchester. Yeah, it would be Manchester that way up.
I always get really interested in like whereabouts all those areas are today, like where Northumbria was and like what it got cut up into, and is it part of here and there, and how that all worked and whatnot.
What we got? We got Wessex, Northumbria, East Essex, or whatever. What's it called? Wessex, Northumbria. What was the other ones, Jordan?
Shoot. Yeah, Northumbria, Wessex, Mercia,
and I want to say Ellsworth, but that was the guy's wife.
Yeah, you've got the one down south, which would have been where London is, and that would have been the main capital at the time.
Isn't it Efferwich?
Hold up.
Essentially, like what were the four kingdoms of England prior to?
So you would have had Mercia would have been more. I think Birmingham would have been more that way. What we got?
Hold up. Oh yeah. Okay. So
Wessex, Wessex would have been where I would have been part of Wessex Kingdom.
Yeah.
Mercia, you would have been more. Where are we? So we're looking at East Anglia. So that would have been just going outside London, that further up that way. And then Northumbria would have been like Manchester, further up. So Mercia would have been Birmingham, Northumbria would have been like Manchester and everywhere above that. And then you would hit the Scottish border after that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wow. There's so much history in that part of the world. In Canada, we're what, 110 years old or something, Jordan? We're not very fucking old at all.
Yeah, something like that.
In the scheme of countries, we're young as shit.
So did you not have any? Did you not have anyone in Canada before?
I think we did. I just don't think it was classified as a country. I think it was just tribes of people.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think it was recognized as like, hey, we're Canada. I think it was just we had this territory, and and by we I mean the indigenous people, not me.
Yeah. Because the Vikings would have landed in North America, so they would have been just basically Canada.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day, and there's starting to become more evidence of them showing up in North America and them being here. So they're finding more of that already. True.
And then I think they realised they couldn't farm very well because the conditions. Same as that's why they named Greenland and Iceland, because to trick the enemies to think, if we go to Greenland, we're gonna have a better thing. Then they end up like not. But North America where they landed, and then I think whoever the locals were at the time basically chased them out. And that's what I think. A few stayed and bred and stuff like that, but I think they tried to push them out.
Interesting. Now I have to ask, if there was a time frame you could go back to, which one would it be? Because there's so many interesting points in history. Are you a fan of strictly the Viking Age, or is there another one? Like, would you like to have gone to Rome? Would you have liked to?
I was gonna say, what can I go back with? And is it just
you
myself?
Can go back as far as you want. You can go back as far as you want, man.
And it's basically myself, no technology or anything, so I'll just turn up.
No, you can just get up, walk out the door, and you're in wherever you want to be.
Either Japan or feudal Japan, or like I say, Viking times.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Ooh. What did I think we talked about this with Phil. Obviously the Viking Age would be so cool to see that. And then also I've always loved like ancient Egypt, like the pharaohs and the pyramids and like all that stuff. So seeing that would have been really cool. Or ancient Greece would have been cool too. Scott, what about you?
Mine was I just wanted to be on the boat with Bjorn. I just wanted to talk to that dude if he was heading over to Paris to conquer. I wanted to hear him just philosophize I can't talk. Talk to me about his philosophy on what he was doing and his mindset and stuff, right? I mean, his dad was obviously quite famous. Then he went over and he had to live up to that legacy, and apparently he did quite a good job at it. And it would have just been interesting to see like the change from Ragnar to Bjorn and then taking over Paris as far as history goes anyway. That's what I know.
Yeah, for sure.
The actual Viking show, the actual Ragnar raid in Paris did not ever happen.
Huh. Right. Yeah, I think you told me that when we were talking about that a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was and something that I recall is that Ragnar and Rollo never actually met. There's about 100 to 200 years difference between when they were alive.
And it's the same for in Paris as well, because you work out by the time he landed in Paris, like they would have gone Paris, Ragnar would have been either really old or dead because of the there's like 100 or something years been between. So it's kind of, I understand why they kept him, because they were like, oh, he's really popular in the actual show. But I mean, if you look at the time difference, it wouldn't have been the same as what's it called? Asla would have been Bjorn's mother, not Lagfar. Lagfar was one of Ragnar's wives, but she wouldn't have been actually his mum. It was just like, let's put her in as Bjorn, because you would have been a quite good, you know what I mean, connection between the two.
God, that's interesting. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
So, just besides watching Vikings and whatnot, do you have any other shows that you're a fan of? Like, I know for me, I'm a big fan of that show Northman. I'm a big fan of the show The Last Kingdom. I love anything medieval, anything that has something to do with somebody's head getting cut off. I'm all part of it.
I like, what's it called? I finished watching The Last Kingdom. I'm up to where it is now, because they released it back on Netflix, didn't they? Next season. So I caught up with that when that came out. Norseman, I didn't really get on with. I just found it was too comedic. I watched the first so many episodes, and then it got to the point where you had that slave guy who brought on all the theatre, and he like basically started to become the ruler, and then I just couldn't watch no more of it. And I just felt sorry for the big guy, because he ended up the wrong woman. He wanted to be with another one, but he ended up that woman, his wife, who ended up basically making him go to all this poetry stuff. But I'll say Last Kingdom, DC. I'm into a load of DC, like DC TV shows.
That's
at
cool.
the moment, I'm watching Stargirl. That's the new one I'm watching.
Okay.
And that's decent. I was going to say it's probably one of their better ones they've done. Arrow, I've finished watching. Flash, I'm waiting for the next season to come out. Green Lantern when that come out, I'm going to watch that. What else is there? You've got new Superman coming out for that. But at the moment, Stargirl is the one I'm watching, because it's quite good.
Cool.
I mean, should watch it. But I'm trying to think. And I'll just watch random movies on Netflix for medieval ones.
Cool.
And then any B-list Viking type of movies are quite funny to watch as well. You've seen any?
I've just been watching the show Vikings, but never really any like Viking type movies.
Go on Netflix and watch all the B-list ones, like the really cheap ones. They bring out DVD for about $5. You'll be able to watch it. I watched one. What did I watch one the other day? It wasn't Ragnar, but it was something like similar to Ragnar. He comes over, and it's basically the end of the Viking era, going to the Christianity period. One where a load of them converted over to from heathenism to Christianity, because like I say, they just inbred with each other, and that's what integrated into the system. So it was quite cool. But watch The Last Kingdom if you haven't watched it, Jordan.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching as soon as I finish Vikings. That's the plan.
Reboot, you bastard. Watch it. It's fucking a horrible child show, but it's a good show. That child TV show, it's horrible, but it's epic.
The what's it called? Last part for Vikings is out in November, so you've got time to watch Last Kingdom as well.
Sweet. Yeah, I think I'm on season 4, episode. So I had to switch to watching it on Prime Video, because Netflix only has up to the end of season 3. So let's see, where am I at? Oh yeah, so I have 17 minutes left in episode 12.
I'm trying to think where you are. Has he gone back out to England yet?
He's just about to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what was it called? Yeah, because I was going to try to think that Chinese woman was in season 3, wasn't she?
No, she's. I think
favorite shit ever.
I think she's in season 4, because I think she just died recently. Like,
He just
unless
basically pushes underwater, like, yep.
Yeah.
That was my favorite scene in Vikings ever. She's like, I'm going to tell your secrets. He's like, no, you ain't. You're going to go underwater.
Thing is, I was hoping they would go somewhere with that, like with the actual series, because like the Vikings did go over to China and do trade. So I was hoping, like, because she was supposed to be some emperor's daughter, one of the daughters in it. So I was hoping they would go over to China and like have some sort of that side of things with it, because that would have been quite cool to see. That. Because what's it called? As you progress in the thing, you'll see later on, it brings in other religions as well. Like Buddhism comes into it and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Basically, so it has a lot to do with that. And like further into the thing, you see the silk trade road in as well.
Cool.
Before they go to Russia. But yeah, I was hoping they'd do something with that, where they'd go over to China and you know what I mean. But yeah, it was just like, yeah, we're just going to get rid of her.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I'm not complaining with how they did it. It was a good scene. I enjoyed that. His son standing there being like, holy fuck, Dad. That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
But one thing I wanted to ask you, my friend, is a lot of people that may be listening don't know this, because we've been talking about other subjects, just life subjects and fun. But you have a YouTube channel. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about your YouTube channel and what's your goal with that? What you're trying to accomplish with it?
Lately, it's just basically was getting the number up to 100. That was the goal for that one.
And you reached that goal, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Now I've got the camera as well. Should improve on vlogging. Got the microphone as well, so that'll also do that. It was just really, I don't know. I just enjoyed doing the vlogging, but also gaming as well. I just found the editing takes ages to do, because you're sitting there editing. So it's kind of, I needed the break away from things for a bit, just because I was growing my Instagram to 1,000 as well, which I did. So it gives me more time to focus on the YouTube side of things again.
And you have a giveaway going away on your Instagram right now, correct?
Yeah. Right. The Bearded Struggle kit. Last day is today. Is the last day to enter. So once that's done, it's just more of a thank you to everyone who's subscribed and you know what I mean, and you know, giving back. So it's just a thank you on that one. But like I say, it's the beard starter kit. So anyone who's really mainly struggling to grow a beard, it's a good kit to start off with.
Very nice.
Yeah. When I first got with the Bearded Struggle, I got the Ultimate Beard Kit because it had everything in it. Night oil, day oil, conditioner, shampoo. I don't know if Jordan, did you get the comb and brush, or did you only get the comb?
Yeah, I got the comb and the brush because I got the Ultimate Kit.
One of these, yeah.
Yeah,
I love them.
But I was looking at the other day, and they looked on their thing, and they've only got, I think it was that one. That's all they've got on their kit. So
there we go.
There
the Viking Peach.
I hadn't, because I grew to 100 quite quickly on it as well. I couldn't change my URL thing to make it more personalized, so I've got to go back onto that now and change that URL. So I don't have that like .12 @ hashtag, so whatever it is. So I've got to do that. But yeah, no, last time I uploaded, I can't remember. I think it was a week ago.
Yeah, a week ago. Yep, a day of vlogging on Wednesday.
So it was kind of, I wanted the breakaway from it, but I will start uploading again. And I might come up with a few different ideas. But enjoying the gaming videos, but it was one of those ones, the gaming ones take so long to edit.
Yep.
And the other problem was I was getting to the point of doing the same stuff over and over and over again with the vlogging stuff, because it would be back to work, because lockdown, you can't really do a lot.
Totally.
So it was kind of, I was getting to the point of doing the same things every single time, and I just couldn't be able to edit all the time.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, editing is quite the process.
Jordan understands that all too well when it comes to video editing.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing a ton of video editing during this lockdown, just because like I've been done school since April 24th, so I've had lots of time to shoot and edit videos.
So what are you doing at school? What are you doing at school? What are you doing at school?
So I just finished my first year of business marketing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jordan's gonna take over the world.
Is that that's like university or is that college?
College.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because obviously we go from school to like how our system works over here. You do school up to back in the day it used to be up to 16, but now it's up to 18.
Okay.
They've changed the laws on that to keep young people into schools a bit longer, so they're not unemployed. Then you basically leave school, go sixth form or college, and college would be everything from doing hairdressing to building to everything like that, chefing. Or you could stay on and do higher education, which is your sixth form, and then you go from sixth form to university, and then you get your qualifications at uni as well.
Oh wow!
So it's kind of that's how our system works. But I don't know what's college for you guys? Because I know you have college, but is it similar to university for us, or is it?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like college is typically more more hands-on and like practical knowledge. Whereas university here is a lot more like theory and like reading books and reports and like that kind of stuff. So I'm in college right now, but I might do a university degree like after I'm done my 2-year program for business marketing.
Okay. And then I was going to say, does that do you have to pay a lot more to go to university, or is it the same price as going uni and college?
No, university is a lot more.
Okay. University, they just pour very, very coarse sand in your butthole while they fuck you and take your money.
Yeah,
there's a big thing over here in Canada where a lot of students, from my understanding, Jordan might be able to speak on this better than me, but they feel like it's quite expensive, the knowledge, what they want you to pay for it. And then, here a big problem is people will go to university, they'll get their education, and once they get their education, they don't have a job to go to.
Yep.
So that's a big problem here. They're asking for a lot of money, but the goal at the end of the tunnel isn't there for some of these people. Unless you're a doctor, a lawyer, something like that, where they're immediately requiring that work.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Scott? What do you do?
I attempted college once. They tried to make me read a horse book. I said, fuck that, and left. I smoked a bunch of pot after high school because I didn't do it in school. I didn't really try too hard to go and get like a secondary education after school. I did like a personal training course, which was fun. I was running a gym at the time and I was running a supplement store, so that was kind of fun. But and I helped a lot of people lose weight by being a personal trainer. That was kind of my favorite thing out of that. But I didn't like it. I was just almost like a free counselor. I'm counting 1 to 30 each day. It was pretty much my job, making sure I'm looking at a timer. And then I would have to hear people bitch about their husband, wife, girlfriend, dog, cat, fucking you name it, car problem. And I got tired of that. So I moved off to Vancouver and started living my life over there. Worked at a sawmill, worked at a glass factory. I got injured at the glass factory. I moved myself into the film industry for a little while, you could say. Not your regular film industry. That was an interesting way to make a living for a year. Met a lot of really interesting people in that line of work. But yeah, my line has always been just kind of follow the flow, see what's going on out there. That's how I ended up in Kelowna and how I met my wife at the time. And then I ended up having my son a couple months later. So now I'm just a full-time single dad. Okay. I have him 7 days a week, 24/7. And team dad and team son. That's pretty much my life now. And I love it. I'll go back to MMA fighting at some point.
Yeah.
But for now it's just being dad.
Yeah. They because over here we get child allowance and stuff for parents and stuff like that. Is that the same for over in Canada where they pay
Yeah.
percentage?
Yeah, they help you out a little bit, so
Okay.
to speak. Like, you have a kid, they'll pay you a couple $100 or whatnot just to help out with costs and things like that. Normally in Canada, if the parents are split, like if one parent has the kid the whole time, then the other parent is supposed to pay some form of child support, because kids are, here in Canada anyway, they're legally entitled to financial support on behalf of both parents and that kind of stuff. So even if parents aren't together, they're both supposed to still be working together for the benefit of that child. And that's kind of how it works here. You get the government, and then the other parent is supposed to, if you guys are split, help out with any costs that they may accumulate over time.
Okay.
But what about over there? What's that like?
Well, it's a bit unfair because it can go two ways about it. Normally they do.
I don't like how this sounds already.
It basically goes two ways. So basically, the law always looks more at the mum's side than the dad's side of things. So
they tell us they don't do that here, but yeah.
So basically, say your kid, and if you're not with your other half, and she turns around and goes, you're not seeing your kid. You know what I mean? You've got to go through all the courts to pay for those, to do that. So you have people who can't afford that, end up not being able to see their kids, but they still expect you to pay child maintenance and all that stuff on top of that. So it's one of those ones. It's the law system on that is a bit unfair. They favour the mum over the dad, even though sometimes the dad's in a better position to do some things, but the law does favour, even though they say it doesn't, but it favours the mum over the dad.
Yeah, same here.
Interesting.
So basically, if you were told you can't see your kid, if you can afford to take them to court, you take them to court. But most people who are young can't really afford it, so they end up,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get some weird, jealous ex who's probably turned around and goes, well, you can't see, it's one of those ones.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, the other night I did a ton of weed the other night as well. That was funny.
I love it. I smoked up right before we got on air.
Basically, I was what night was it? When was it? Sunday.
And you don't smoke often, do you? You're
no, because it's when it's offered to me, I'll take it. But I mean, other than that, I don't really want to spend on a bag. Whatever it is. But yeah, I went around a work friend's house, and yeah, we just basically did a load. And then come back here, my friends were playing Rocket League at the time, so I'd jump on, and basically it changed the whole game completely. It really did. It really did. You're sitting there, and basically you're listening to stories, and the game feels longer than it actually is because each round's about 5 minutes of time.
But you're stoned as shit, so it feels like an hour.
You're like, Carl, we just finished the game. I'm like, oh, is that your third game? No, it's the first game. I was like, all right. So we had someone in the conversation the other day as well. Turned around and just start talking like in one thing, but the story was so random, which made it even more funnier. But he managed to fit five or six stories in the space of 5 minutes. Which is why it felt so much longer.
It's wild.
Yeah, no, I was going to say we down here we have better weed than most places in the UK.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that.
Because you go to
unfortunately, what's that?
You go to Scotland and their weed's awful.
Awful. Yeah. Well, I mean, does Scotland get a lot of sun? I mean, I know that they have the ability to buy lights and plug them in and all that wonderful shit. But I mean, do they get a lot of sun in Scotland? I was always told it was quite rainy over there.
They do. Sometimes they have better weather than we do down in the UK. But their weed, it's just. I was the other half, her ex-friend. We went round theirs, and basically, like they were like, "Oh, this stuff's really good. This is like the Big Daddy stuff." I was like, "All right." So I started smoking it. I was like, "It's got no effect to it." It was it really was. It was. They were all like really getting.
There's like nothing to it.
There wasn't. There was nothing. Down here, it's close to what you get in Amsterdam. It's that strong. It's kind of like that. Strawberry Skittles stuff I had the other day.
Oh shit! Strawberry Skittles. I love the names they come up with for weed, like Cookie Guides or Cookie Girls or whatever. And you're like, hey, whatever, man. If it gets me stoned, I'll smoke it. And it's funny. Actually, I just had some family come and visit me, and they were kind enough to bring me a little amount. They live down in Vancouver.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I don't know what is in this stuff, but I sleep like a fucking elephant that someone tranquilized. I'm out. I've been smoking pot for like 11 years now, and I have never had better sleep than this. It's amazing. The only thing that could probably make it better is if I had like a bunch of edibles. That would be pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, I had a whole brownie as well the other day as well. So.
So you had the body stone and the mind stone going on.
Yeah.
Did you get the munchies real bad after? I know that I used to be horrible for the munchies.
No, basically, I just felt like when you're in that bubble effect, where you feel like you're in a bubble around you.
That's sweet. Were you doing the whole like scared off thing where you're like?
No, I was just talking, and it was one of those ones where everything seemed a lot louder than it actually was, and you'd be having a conversation. Everyone's voice is a bit more centralized, so you'd sound a lot more clearer. But yeah, so it was. Also, Kush. Do you know what Kush is?
Oh yeah. I know what Kush is.
We had that as well. That basically hurts back your throat, but it is strong.
Okay.
Yeah, I may know a thing or two about some Kushes.
But your stuff out there is strong, apparently. I've been told.
Yeah, from my understanding, apparently, I don't want to offend anybody that's listening. If they're like, we got better weed in Canada. Yeah, I'm sure you do. That's great. Awesome. But as far as I know, we're the godfathers of weed. We showed California how to do it. I think Jordan was privy to the conversation I had with the gentleman that was screaming at me about Afghanistan having better weed.
Yep.
And then he got real aggressive about it. He's like, you come say that to my face. And I'm like, okay, but dude, like, lockdown, borders, like, that's a lot of money. Like, I don't understand. Anyways.
Yep.
And eventually it was just kind of like, whatever. I'm sure they have good weed everywhere. But I gotta say, I have a special place in my heart for BC. I went over to Alberta at one point. Their weed was not the same. It didn't have the same level. It tasted like garbage. Even in BC, different parts of BC have different weed. Like if you go to Prince George, which is really up north and it's really cold, the weed up there sucks. It's horrible. If you go a little bit further down to like Quesnel, you can see the quality gets a little bit better because it's not as cold. It's a couple hours away. And just like the closer you get to the ocean and the closer you get to the States, that line border, the weed gets better. So once you hit Vancouver, you hit Kelowna, you hit, Vancouver Island where Victoria is. Like they have great weed out there. No problem.
Yeah.
What about over out in Toronto, Jordan? You tell me, what's their weed like, Jordan? I know that you're not allowed to partake very often due to eyes that watch you.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a ton of experience. I've only enjoyed it a few times, but it was fun. It's fine.
And that was a code for the fact that Jordan is a secret underage, like he's a secret agent. That's what that is. The eyes watching him, it's the Russians.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know. I've heard mixed things about like Ontario and Canada for weed. But
interesting.
I don't know a lot about it, but
fair enough.
Yeah.
You are the most innocent of us all when it comes to this.
I reckon anyone's watching this now should send Jordan a ton of weed for him to try on stream for you guys.
They're just like, fuck, this kid doesn't have any weed. They just start sending him bags, and I'm sitting there being like, what the fuck, man?
That'd be kind of funny.
Oh, Scott's fine, so we're gonna send it to Jordan.
That'd be if that happens, that'd be a funny skit. I'm just like pulling out like boxes and boxes, and Scott's just like on Zoom, like watching, and just like gets like progressively like more sad and like offended.
Yeah, just sitting there. Oh, Jordan, I'm so happy. Yeah, that's good, man. You're look at another box. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome, man. It's really cool. Oh, look in a third box. You know what, man? I think we'll call you later. I'm having some chest pains right now.
That would be funny. Oh man.
So
yeah,
is weed big over in the UK, or is it?
It is, but it's more illegal than it actually should be.
Really?
Yeah, they got the rules against people you can own it, but you can't smoke it or sell it.
So you look at it. Do you just look at it and hope you get stoned?
That is one of those ones. A lot of the time, I think a lot of crime and stuff happens due to, that being not legal. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happens over that. But basically, police know people do it anyway. So it's kind of, is it worth taking someone down over a small bag or something, or go and deal with something else that's more important? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Fair enough.
So it's one of those ones. But yeah, no, I'll say, I think there's a lot of people who do smoke it over. But yeah, it's just one of those ones. You just got to know the people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've always been so confused by like the fact that like so many places it's still illegal. Like there's so many other things that like alcohol. If you do that, it's like I feel like that's like more has like less benefits than weed does. Like never understood that.
No, I guess it depends on how funny the motherfucker is.
Also depends, because with the weed, it doesn't change people's looks.
Mm-hmm.
So with the alcohol, it kind of does. You kind of wake up the person you didn't go to bed with the next morning. Have
you had a bad experience like that, where you woke up just beside a behemoth and you're like, holy fuck, what did I stick my dick in last night?
No, because every time I've done it with someone, it's been a bit more like it was there and then I wouldn't see them next day. So it was kind of one of those ones, like I wouldn't, unless I was dating the person, I wouldn't really have them stay over. It was just more like, you'd get it done with. And then
come over, do your thing, and leave.
Yeah.
God, that's the Charlie Sheen lifestyle, and I love it.
Oh,
but
man.
but other than that, if I was dating them, then they'd stay over. But yeah, apart from that, yeah.
Fair enough. I understand that.
I take you've been there a couple of times.
I may have made some poor decisions in my younger years.
Drinking alcohol or smoking weed?
Definitely alcohol. Like smoking weed has never really been much of a problem. I just get funnier, and now it's just like I make the joke to my own family. I'm like, I think it's been like 12 years since I've been sober. Like it's a fucking joke. But as far as like alcohol goes, I'm not much of a drinker. I don't like being drunk. I'm always told I'm a really happy drunk. Like I make everybody laugh. I'll hug you. I might lick your face. I might try and wrestle you. Come here, motherfucker. I love you. But I had one bad experience with it. I don't know, I guess a year or two ago. And it was like right in the middle of my divorce, and it was a bunch of things going on. And after that, I just decided like I should probably just not drink anymore, just to make sure that never happens. Now, with that being said, I am fully committed to that beer chugging contest that we have going on at work. I just need that to come around again. I know that our man is busy, but I want to get that set up.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm not big into alcohol, but just because I haven't had like a ton of experience with it. But when that beer chugging competition happens, I will be watching because it's going to be hilarious.
Is there rules on that? Is it you have to do it out of a glass bottle or do you have to do it out of a pint glass?
I think the
I can't
last they
remember.
talked about was like I feel like they said it was like I think it had to be a pint. I could be wrong, but
I know we had to
Is it,
reschedule it because everybody had some stuff going on. It just
yeah.
didn't quite line up properly. But
mhm.
I think it's either you have a pint glass or you have to have 2 bottles of beer, whatever. You have to have the amount of beer that they want you to chug
Yeah,
in some
Just do
form.
yeah.
just do it. Do it the glass. Don't do it the bottle, because unless you can shark pedo it, just
Jeez.
shark pedo in is getting a straw and sticking it
Yeah,
in the bottle and then holding it over the edge of it and then doing it
yeah.
to get rid of the air. That's the only way to do it really quickly. Other than that, just do it and do it glass.
I can't remember who, but I think Jan put a video of this guy up, and he's just like I think he wins already, and this gentleman fucking downed like 4 beers in 3 seconds, and I just sat there going like, I'm never gonna be able to do that. I'm never gonna be able to do that. I'm not that guy.
Jeez.
I can smoke everybody else under the table, possibly, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm more of a shooter guy, anyways, when it comes to it. I like them weird shooters too, not even like the normal ones where it's like, this is a manly drink. No, I like Long Island iced teas. I like porn star shots. Fucking the girlier it is, the better for me. I will drink that shit till the day comes, and I will wake up the next morning and puke you up the most beautiful rainbow you've ever seen. And I think I've told Jordan this, but I got drunk one time, and I'm almost a little embarrassed when I drink because I don't have any. Jordan knows this already. I have no filter. I have no censor. There's really nothing that I'm too worried about coming out of my mouth. I only keep a few things quiet.
Yeah.
But I did get in a fight with my parents' prize-winning rose bush when I was like 19. I came home from a bar. I was very drunk that night.
So good.
My friend threw me out of the truck as it was still moving, and where my driveway was, it was like there's 2 cement pillars right here, and then my driveway. So luckily,
Yeah.
I didn't hit those pillars. I flew off over here onto the grass, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I didn't die. And like I get up and stumble towards the front door, or what I thought was the front door, and the rose bush jabs into me because I'm too stupid to realize I just walked into a rose bush. And then I shove it like it's some dude at the bar. Hey, you want to fight, you motherfucking piece of air? And I just start fighting this thing. The next morning, my mother finds me at the front door, covered with rose, like thorns in me on my face. My face is cut open. My arms are cut open. My shirt's destroyed. And she looks at me and she's like, what the fuck were you doing last night? And I looked at her, and there's blood all over her doorstep. I feel so bad. And I just, peel my face up off the floor like this. And I'm like, Mom, Stephen Harper, who was our prime minister at the time, by the way, is a lamp. And I don't even know what that means. I was supposed to be a lamp. I don't know why I told her that.
That'd be a funny cartoon. Like animate that story into a cartoon would be hilarious.
I wish I told the part about where I did somersaults through a grocery store parking lot. That was painful, but man, I did it through the entire parking lot. YOLO, son. YOLO.
What about you, Jordan? What's the worst you've been when you're drunk?
Never actually been drunk.
Never been drunk.
No.
Yeah.
Have you ever had alcohol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried. I tried a Moscow Mule for the first time last week. It was pretty good.
Jordan, I don't know if my microphone's working here, but you need to come to BC. You need to come to BC, Jordan.
Oh boy.
We have some drinking to do, my friend. I don't drink, but you need to come to BC, Jordan. What about you, my man? What about your adventure? Please tell me you have a gnarly adventure in there.
I've had a few. 'Cause I used to go out. I did basically all my drink. Well, I used to get served at 14 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, 14, and then basically.
And was that because you just looked much older?
Yeah. So I could go into some pubs and get away with getting served. I've been on the train before because some of the trains up down where I live. If you go on long journeys, they do have alcohol on the train, so you can go to the bar and get alcohol from there. So basically, what old was I? I would have been in my about 18 to 20s. Went out drinking. My mate who lived away for a while. He moved up to London, so he basically left here, went to London, and we went out one weekend. And because he was out every weekend drinking and stuff like that, he had a high metabolism for drinking. So end up going out of him. I ended up doing a bottle and a half of rum.
Damn.
Yeah. And then basically his mum got new sofas, didn't she? So I got back and crashed down his mum's sofa. Like we basically crashed down because he was staying up London at that time, so he was staying downstairs. And basically I threw up all over a sofa.
Oh no!
woke up the next day. The whole thing had been cleaned up. I was going to clean it up, but yeah, she basically ended up going clean it up. I didn't realise. So that's one of the stories. Another time I've had off cider before. I was out at another bar, drank cider, and it was off. The pipes weren't cleaned very properly, so the cider just didn't agree with my stomach. I only had one pint of cider, but it didn't agree with my stomach, and then I threw up. So that was another one.
Jeez, that's
wild. So yeah, so I've had a few. My stag do, I had I basically drank quite a bit for that, and ended up throwing up in the taxi. I had to pay 50 quid for that. But yeah, like I say, I haven't ended up anywhere weird, I don't think.
Oh, I have.
Of course you have.
I remember one time waking up in some fat chick's bed when I was like 17. And I don't know how I got there, and she was way bigger than me. And I was like, this is so not my style. And she was looking at me, she's like, you need to leave. And I'm like, I don't even know how I got here. It was very uncomfortable.
Fair.
I had my friend call me the next day. He's like, dude, I was trying to get you to leave the bar. That fat chick was hitting on you so hard. And I just remember sitting there being like, I don't remember any of this. He's like, I tried so hard to peel you away, bro. I tried so hard. What can you do?
Thanks,
that's wild.
Do you what's your bars like in Canada? Because are they very similar to like an old English type pubs, or is it more American type of bars?
It's been a long time since I've been in a bar. Some bars are weird. Like a pub is where you go and you can get some food. But some strip clubs allow you to get food, and they're not pubs; they're strip clubs. So it's not quite sure how you differentiate the two on that. There's nightclubs where they have the lights and the dance floor and all that kind of stuff going on. So it's, I don't know, I guess you could say like there's flashy, then there's less flashy. There's, the guys that go out with suits that want to spend a ton of money, and then there's the guys that just got off work and want to go look at naked girls or grab something to eat. And that's kind of how it works over here. But I don't think that they're really that much in style anymore, to be honest with you. Like, I think it's more of a bigger city thing. I don't even know if we have like a dance nightclub out where I am. Like, even 20 minutes away in the town, I don't know if we have a strip club or if we have a dance club. I have no idea.
So I'll take you and go out looking after this then.
What's that?
You're going to go and look after this.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do the best I can.
Yeah, Scott's gonna go out and do some research for us.
Well, the only problem is if these areas full of old people, he's going to end up in the over 60s nightclub, isn't he?
That might not be a bad thing. I wouldn't mind a sugar mama. I wouldn't mind. Maybe I'll see Betty White there, and then I can I can make our boy Black Belt just a little bit jealous. I got her first, Black Belt.
Well, if she takes her teeth out, all she has to do is take her teeth out, and it'll leave me even better.
But I mean, like, you know, when I think of like where I am right now, there's a lot of opportunity if you're willing to settle on some of your morals. I'm sure there has to be a rich lady out here that just wouldn't mind a nice young man like Jordan to keep her company, buy her boat, which is located. I've always wondered, is it just like the opposite world these days? Like, are we even able to be honest? If I tell somebody I'm interested, like, I can't tell you how many gay dudes hit up my Instagram page and they're like, you are so cute, I would like to take you out to dinner. I'm like, I am so straight, I'd like you to not message me anymore. And next thing you know, it just turns into like dick pic, and it's like, you can't block them fast enough.
Well, at least you're getting hit on, you know what I mean? It's, you know,
every fucking day.
Do you know, I haven't had the gay scene hit me up on it. I've had really? Random.
Yeah, neither have I.
I've had random, you know, random.
Why me?
maybe it's something you're doing. Who knows?
I don't know. I'm not posting like hashtag beard gay or beard homo or anything. So but yeah, like my Facebook blew up when we started our brand program with the beard struggle. I had 52 friends and family, no problem. Everything's cool. Everything's groovy. And next thing you know, it's fucking 3,000 people. Half of them are bots, half of them are gay dudes, and the other half are Nigerian people that want me to pay their rent for them.
What have I had off this? I've had Illuminati's contacted me 3 times.
Yes. I was upset. They blocked me. They told me that they carefully selected me and they blocked me because they kept telling me that I was like, my skin didn't feel right. Shit. And I was like, that's weird. Why are you talking about my skin? He's like, I'll make you feel the light. And I'm like, I don't really understand. You can't really turn me into light. So can you please elaborate on what you're talking about? And he just blocked me. I was like, but you carefully selected me.
I've also had them random profiles by women. They bought ones, you know, like.
Yep.
And had those. And they're the only ones I've had.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
I've had a couple of people asking about beard products, but don't go any further on that.
Mm.
I'm like, well, are you looking at buying or something? But nope, nothing. Like they say, oh, thanks. And then they go, oh, can you send me over some? Because at the moment I don't have money until I get paid. I'm like, well, I don't deal with it. You have to go on the website to order, use my code, and you get yourself money off it.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I haven't really had anything else.
Yeah. Same here, thankfully.
I've been quite lucky. Or not lucky, but I've been quite, you know what I mean?
Oh, no, you're lucky.
Yep. Yeah.
I get woken up in the middle of the night due to video calls from people on the other side of the planet. And you're just like, huh? And you know, most of the time I turn them off. But every now and again, I'm like, oh, let's see what's happening. It's 3 a.m. You turn it on. It's just some dude, fucking dick in hand. Yeah. Fucking ready to go. And you're like, fuck, man.
No.
Is this how you interact with people?
That's horrible.
But I'll say I've had in real life, I'd had gay people ask me to sleep with them.
You have or have not?
I have. I've been around a friend's house before, and he's house sharing, and basically his landlord was gay, who dressed up as a woman, but didn't ever hit on me. But he was a nice guy. One of his housemates turned around because I stayed at my friend's place, slept on his floor. He goes, "Oh, you don't want to sleep on the floor? Come stay down in my bed. You can wear your sleeping bag. You can sleep in the same." I've only met the guy for about 5 minutes. You know what I mean? I've never met. Yeah, and he was like, "Oh."
You like to move quick.
Scott, you got to tell your story about the your trip to the club with your friend.
Do I have to tell the story about how I was scarred for the rest of my life?
I mean, if you would really rather not, you don't have to. But it is a hilarious story.
I will. Oh, don't worry. So I was 17 or 18. I decided to leave my hometown for the first time, really. And I was like, I'm going to move out to Calgary. I had aspirations to be a professional wrestler. That was my dream ever since I was a kid. I saved up 10 grand. I'm going to pro wrestling school, Ma. Watch me. I'm going to be the next John Cena. And next thing you know, I go out to pro wrestling school. It's I don't know, a couple days. And about the second or third day, I meet my roommate. One of them. I lived in a house with about 28 people. Everybody kept their own room. And I was really the only Canadian. Like, everybody there was clearly Canadian because they'd been there for a while. But as far as, like, being originally born in Canada, I was the only one. Everybody else had different languages. They were from Norway. They were from France, China, Japan. Fuck, you name it. They're from somewhere. And my roommate walks in. He's like, "Oh, hi, I'm Matt. I'm ready. You know, let's go to the bar. How old are you? This will be such a good time. Yes, let's go." And I'm like, "Awesome, cool. Like, I made a friend." So he's like, "It's just a quick skip down the road. We'll be there in just a jiffy." And next thing you know, it's a 3-hour walk through the fucking snow. I'm in shorts. I have bad shoes. I'm wearing a t-shirt. I'm not happy. we get in line, and at this point I look like shit. I look like somebody just drove me through dragged me across the pavement to this bar. And I notice when we get in line, there's a lot of really good looking dudes. I'm not gay, and I don't take interest in men, but there's a lot of really handsome guys in that lineup. And there were some really pretty girls, but not as many.
Yeah, that's red flag number one.
Yeah, flag number one. And the girls are starting to not get in as fast. And the bodyguard's really friendly with each dude that gets into the bar. This is starting to raise some red flags, but I'm too young and dumb and don't know anything. So we're waiting in line, and we get up to the guy, and he looks at me, and he says something along the lines of, "You look great tonight, gorgeous. Have fun in there." And I'm like, this is not going to end well. So we go in, and next thing you know, it's black guy shower night. All the strippers were black. They were absolutely chiseled, and they were all wearing silver. What you see when you come in is just oh Christ, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I'm like, "Matt, I gotta get the fuck out of here." And next thing you know, and I just sit there. I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm trapped in a game. I don't know what to do." So I sit down, and there's or at least what I thought was a girl at the bar, and she looks at me, and she's like, "Looks like you're in the wrong place." And I'm in such shock that I'm just kind of on auto response. So I'm like, "I'm absolutely in the wrong place. I don't know how I ended up here. This is wrong." And she's just like, "Well, you know what?" She lifts up her leg. She's like, "Why don't you take a look over here and take your mind off something?" And I was just like, "Oh, like maybe she's really hot." No, first of all, she's overweight, not pretty. And two, she showed me where her dick used to be. It was just a dark hole, like a bat cave. It was like Batman's home. And my reaction was this. I looked down in disgust, obviously. And I'm like, And next thing you know, I get up, and I'm trying to get out of there as quickly as I can. But apparently I was being scouted by some dudes. And they were like, "Hey, you ain't going anywhere before we can buy you a drink." And at that point, I just started grabbing people, putting them in headlocks, punching people. I wanted to get the fuck out of there. And I remember, like, as I'm being pulled out of the bar by the bouncer, and I'm kicking people, and I'm, have this one guy by my arm. I'm swearing at my roommate, "Matt, I'm gonna fucking kill you." Like, yeah, that was my first 48 hours in Calgary.
I think you've told that story on every episode of the podcast so far.
Everyone loves it. At some
so
point,
horrible, but so funny.
At some point, I'm going to tell people just to listen to the old podcast.
Yeah, we get like 20 episodes in, and you're like, yeah, just listen to the old episodes.
I don't want to go through my own mental images. I give Zeke enough mental images.
Honestly.
Well, what about you, Jordan? You must have experimented at college.
No, not really. I pretty much like go to school and come home, and then
our young
work.
Jordan here is literally, and I mean this in like the nicest way possible, he's pretty much like the cleanest slate that you can get.
Yeah, that's good.
He's like so pure. He's almost like my son in a way. Like I don't want the world to get to him because he's so I want to protect him from the rest of the world.
So I'll have to come out to Canada at some point.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
And we'll get Jordan up to where Scott is, and we'll do a weekend up there for a week.
Absolutely. I don't know if we can fit in a weekend though. Like that might not be long enough. Jordan, I don't know how you feel about this, but you might need a week bender.
I'll say it would have to be a week. It would have to be a week for me to make the most of it.
Absolutely.
Oh man, that'd be hilarious.
When I get excited, I say absolutely a lot. So I'm just gonna make a shirt that says absolutely.
Jordan goes back, and his parents see him with this tattoo across his face.
Looks like Mike Tyson, and he's made even more poor life decisions. Jordan, when are you going to get a real job? You're like, because of this face tattoo, Mom and Dad, I have a real job.
I'm surprised they're telling you to shave your beard off. It's a bit.
Yeah.
What do you say to that?
Like very, very quickly and very emphatically, that's not happening.
I don't know if I could shave my beard off. It's too much of who I am now, and if I shave this off, none of you would recognize me, and I look like I'm 10.
Yep. Yeah. Like, actually, hold on. Let me pull up a picture. I think Scott's seen this.
I'm pretty
but
sure.
Like, yeah, like pre-beard is not a good look for me.
Yeah, I can't go back to having no beard. I look too young. And I don't even understand how women thought I was attractive back then. Like, makes me feel like women in a way were like pedophiles because they're like, oh, look, you have such a smooth, cute face. And I'm like, no, men have hair on their face and under their arms and shit. They swear and they grunt at sports and break their fingers at work.
But yeah, I was going to say we're supposed to have beards. I mean, some people can't grow them, and I feel sorry for them. But
yeah, honestly,
But I mean, like we're there to carry their load on by us growing the beard.
I felt so bad the other day. I asked a group of the guys. I was like, hey, and I never really thought about this before. I was like, how come we don't see very many Asian people with beards?
True.
And I didn't want it to come off like a racist comment. I didn't want it to come off anything like that. Oh, shit. Holy Christ.
Yeah.
It looks like you just hatched out of your egg.
That was... I uploaded the photo 2018, but I think it's from somewhere... Actually, that might be like 2017, 2018 when that was actually taken.
So like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Pull up my Instagram. You'll see a picture of me without a beard.
All right.
I remember your picture without a beard. It's crazy.
1 second. Let me pull it up.
But yeah, I was going to say I couldn't go back to having a short beard either.
Fair.
No, a short beard would almost be like a half committed beard. It's just not. It's not quite right.
Yeah. Well, although what is short? Like what's defined as short?
Yours.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty.
Oh shit! That was the best. Bam! Just fucking slammed. That was great.
But yeah, you've only really started growing yours in what, the last 3-4 months?
No, it's been like I had like a full beard as of like 2019 or late 2018.
But how short was it when you started growing it? That's what I meant.
Oh, I'll pull up the picture after once I find the one of you with. How far back is the picture of you without a beard? Is it recent or is it older?
Let me grab my Instagram profile.
And what is your Instagram, sir, for all of the people watching in case they want to stalk you?
Peachey, Peachey Mark.
There you go. There you go, folks.
Oh, whoa. That's a lot shorter than it was.
That's why I used to have it as that, basically that length.
Mm-hmm.
Fair
enough. Probably the gym one. Get the gym one up. I got for a stage where I got really depressed, and I decided to what's it called? Shave it off.
Was that or
right? Keep going down.
Oh
right
wait!
down,
oh whoa!
There we go.
What a difference! Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can grow a beard, it's always better. Like
yeah.
Man, I'm digging the beard. The beard's looking nice.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had to basically keep it short because of where I work in the kitchen. I had to keep it short for that. But then I wasn't in the kitchen no more, working in the care industry. I grow it to, whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a problem? Yeah, the other issue is wearing the mask at work's a bit awkward, but it's dealing with it while I'm at work, you know what I mean? It's do I sacrifice the beard for breathing, or do I, put up with it for a good couple hours and then upwards don't have to worry?
No, I think the beard is more important than air.
Yeah.
All right, so hold on, I'm gonna pull up another. So last year I did fundraising for Movember. So I shaved my beard right off, and then this is kind of like partway through the month.
Wow.
It's got more jaw than his beard.
I know.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, and then one sec. Like even like when I had my beard like long when I worked up north for a year at a summer camp doing outdoor education, and so I grew my beard right out. So like at its like peak, let me find a picture. So before now, this is the most like gnarly that it was. But at this point, I didn't know anything about like beard care products and the beard struggle, so it's a lot more patchy than it is now. Like here, like there's like a spot here. It's hard to see in this picture, but there's like patchy there. Like there's not as much like of a soul patch there.
Yeah. Everyone who has a beard always has a bald patch somewhere on their beard.
Yeah. Like even now, it's under here mostly, but the hair is thickened up, and I've like gotten better at like brushing it strategically to like make it so you can't even really see it, which is nice.
Scott probably tell you he's got a bald patch somewhere on his beard. It's just when he grows it through, you can't see this patch anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm the opposite. I think I have patches where hair grows faster than others. In the sense of like it's like fucking mutated hair. Like I'll get like my beard will be fine, but then down here I'll get like one and I can just pull it right out. And it's like over here and I can just cut it. It's weird. I don't get it.
That's crazy.
But I've been able to grow a beard since I was in grade 7, grade 8. Like I've been able to. I'm just a hairy monster. I don't understand. Like my fucking chest is just like it's fucking a beast. I don't know what happened. It's probably that small amount of Greek in my dad that then got transferred to me.
I'll say my bald patch is there somewhere like around here. It's not there much anymore, but it's more.
Same here. Yep.
And like I say, and here, but because it's growing, it's kind of it's still a little bit light there. But apart from that, nothing really. Like I say, the full-on beard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just rubbing my face now.
Yeah, there's times when I do that after like in the morning, like after I put in the daytime oil, and I just like and like in the balm, and I just kind of like just rub my face. I'm like, oh, it's so nice. Yeah.
God, I love my beard.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your favorite beard product then out of the whole thing?
Ooh.
Jordan, you go first.
All right. I love the oils.
Yeah.
They're amazing, but then also like the beard wash and conditioner is so good, and like as like over the past couple weeks, I've been dabbling in using it for like the hair on my head and my beard, just because it's one less thing to do. I just do some of my hair and then some of my beard, and then rather than like shampoo my hair with one shampoo, then shampoo my beard with the beard struggle shampoo, and then like rinse it out and then do conditioner for both. It's like I just do the shampoo, hair and beard, and then conditioner, hair and beard, and it's speeds up my shower, which is nice. What about you guys?
Man, Mark, you can go if you like.
My favorite product, hands down, they're all good, but it does beat them hands down, is the mineral beard scrub.
I have heard
I've heard
that.
that a couple times.
Yep. Yeah, Phil said the same thing.
That stuff is just, yeah. You need to try it to actually understand. But it has something in it. It tingles your face when it's doing it, because it's like getting rid of all the crap off your face. But it makes your beard thicker and softer for the next couple of days. So I normally, when I wash my beard, so I say the next couple of days when I go and wash my beard again, I'll put the scrub in, and then I'll go and wash it out after the 15, 20 minutes. And then I'll use the shampoo and conditioner. And it does just help make your beard softer for the next couple of days, and also gives you the actual thickness.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just something different. I don't know what they've put in it, but I think it's from the Dead Sea.
Yeah, there's the home of the beard struggle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for the viewers, we all have discount links. So those will be down below on this video if you do want to check out any of this stuff that we're talking about.
But
it's all great stuff.
If you click on that the ultimate bearded kit,
yeah,
it doesn't have the actual other comb to it now.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
yeah, I think it's because they ran out. To be honest with you, the wood comb that they had. I think they're in the process of getting more of them made.
Yeah, because I ordered mine back in, I think April, and mine came with the comb and the brush.
Yep. Yep. We must have joined up around about the same time then.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like the first week of April when I officially joined. I think it was like April 7th.
It'll be 3 months for me on the 30th.
I could tell you when I first started, because it will be on here. I started looking back at how many posts there's been on. So I started back in 11 weeks ago, in March the 27th.
Okay, cool. So just before me. That's cool.
Look at that mineral mud mask.
Yeah, that's on my next order, because I've now heard like multiple different people say that it's incredible.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, and argan oil is awesome. Biotin, that's cool too.
Yeah, because I've got one, and then I've got another one.
Oh, nice. Yep. I will be getting that when I make my next order.
I'm on a weird scent at the moment. Ragnarok.
Oh, so good.
I haven't tried Ragnarok yet. I got Viking Storm.
Oh, Viking Storm is incredible too.
It is a weird scent.
Yeah.
It's the strongest scent out of all of them I've had so far.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like a cigar-y type of woodsy type, that type of smell.
Yeah.
But
but sweeter. It's like It's like a sweet cigar kind of. I do like it though. Like it's
But yeah, Viking Storm was the first one I got because
so
it was
good.
like, it popped up and said, "Oh, Viking Storm." I was like, "All right, I'll order that with that."
Yeah.
And like I say, it's my first one I had.
Yeah.
And then Odin's Virtue was the one afterwards, and now I'm on Ragnarok's my next one.
Yeah, Odin's Virtue. I'm trying that. I think I'm trying that next because
It's
I've
my
heard.
favorite one out of all the scents.
Yeah, I have heard that. Yeah, from lots of different people. And then I started with Viking Honor, which I really quite enjoyed.
I'm using Viking Honor as my nighttime one.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah.
Only because it was like one of them extra gifts they sent. You know, when you order over so much.
Yeah.
I ended up getting that one.
Cool.
So I'm using that for the nighttime one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just say I've only got three more oils to go through to see the different. You know what I mean? I've got Loki's one to get.
Yeah. Haven't tried that one yet. Mm-hmm.
Asgard, the other half got that for her hair because.
Oh, cool.
Because it's good for your hair anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's got that. I didn't mind that scent. I have to say it hasn't got a very strong scent.
Okay, interesting.
What about you, Scott? Have you tried it?
I have. I've got a few of them now. I've gotten Freya's Bliss and Viking Storm, Asgardian Secret. I did Viking Honor, so I got a little bit of experience with at least half of the scents and whatnot. And honestly, I'm addicted to Viking Storm.
Yeah.
Can't get away from it.
How did you find the Asgard one? I found it didn't have a strong scent to it.
Honestly, I just kind of looked at the names, and Asgardian Secret was the first one that I tried. Mm-hmm. And when I tried it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is beautiful! It's a sweeter scent." Yeah. But the thing that I really liked about it is, like you're saying, it's not very strong.
Oh, okay.
But if you're, so for instance, if you're one of those guys that, like you're real close with your girl all the time and you guys like to cuddle and she wants to like play with your beard, that's probably the scent to get to start off with to get you guys hooked because she's going to like it. It's sweet. It's not too strong. Okay. But then, like I'm saying, if you jump in the shower the next morning, like you can smell it immediately as the warm water hits your beard. So it's there. Yeah. It's doing its job. It just doesn't overpower you.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because I have noticed that with Ragnarok finale, it's definitely quite strong. Like you definitely do notice it. But I do like it. It's and also so what I've been doing recently, like I think I was yesterday, the day before, I did Ragnarok finale in my hair. For the shampoo and condition my hair, and then I did Viking Storm in my beard, and the two of them pair quite nicely together. I found.
I've started using the Beard Struggle products for more than just my beard, like the beard balm, like the scruff balm. I actually use that in my hair.
Really?
And I use that to keep my hair in place. And some people they're like, oh, like I want the gentleman balm because it's stronger because I have a more established beard, and I get that for sure. Yeah. And like if you want to use the gentleman stuff in your hair, I suggest using a smaller amount because that stuff is a little bit more intense when it comes to keeping your hair in place. Yeah. But like the scruff balm is perfect for just messing with your hair.
Okay. I never actually got to use the scruff balm. I gave it to a friend because my beard was long enough anyway, so I didn't need to use the scruff balm. So I kind of missed out on that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I always find, try and find some way to use it because, like, at first I only thought about using the beard oil in my beard, but now I actually put it in my hair as well. Really? Because, like you're saying, it's just good for protecting it from the sun and, with it being summer coming up and stuff like that, I don't want my hair to get all burned and fried and fucked up. True. So I like to make sure it's hydrated. I don't put too much in because if you put too much in, then your scalp is just greasy and feels all itchy and no good. So like 4 or 5 drops max if you got a good head of hair on you.
Yeah.
But I find when I have stuff left on my hands, then that's when it goes into my hair. But I don't. Yeah. I say because I find with it, it's a bit. You use it. And then it's like you still have the residual left over in your hands. You're like, well, I'll just move it into my hair.
And see, I'm one of those crazy bastards that I'm so hairy, I rub it on every part of me. I'll rub it on my legs, my ass, my chest, my neck, my arms. I don't care. Get it on me.
Have they got the clothesline on there yet, or is that still not on there?
I heard that it was there for a bit, but then it disappeared for a while. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they sold out really quickly or what the case was there, but they were on there. They sent out an email stating they had some apparel that was available.
Yeah, I don't know if I got that email. That's weird.
It could be as simple as maybe they had an issue with the company that was making the shirts. I'm not sure.
True. But yeah, that's I've got myself one of those.
That beard brush is amazing.
Yeah,
but the only problem I find about it is I don't use it every day because I just find it dries the beard out too much.
Okay.
Even when I've still got this stuff, I find it just dries the beard out too much. Like if you use it too often, it makes it. So I basically do it every so often. Say if I go out for a special occasion and stuff like that. Or
Interesting.
Apart from that, it's kind of like I say, because I have to. Because my beard's so thick and longer now, I have to use it in the top settings.
Okay.
I take it Scott's the same. He has to use because his beard.
Absolutely. I heat that son of a bitch up and away I go.
Yeah.
Because I found with it, I was on the second setting to start off with, and I thought, it's all right, and it wasn't doing the job what it should be doing.
Okay.
So I ended up going to all up to max. And then, I just find it dries the beard out too much, too quick. So it's kind of one of those ones, if I go out for a special occasion, I'll use it. But other than that, I'm not going to use it.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
I use it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I definitely am going to try it at some point soon. Like I'm in the process of finding another job. So like as soon as I'm working again and like making more money, I'm definitely going to get the heated brush.
Yeah.
Because it seems pretty epic. Quite nice.
But yeah, I was to say it's a good brush. I mean, it's cordless, and it's also the only problem is I don't understand it's cordless, so you can't get a battery life as much. But sometimes so you only get 3 uses out of it. So you get to the point of you're going to use it for the next time. You're like, oh, my beard, starts spraying stuff here. Then you realise, oh, battery's dead.
Oh no.
So I think a bigger battery or a stronger battery life would have been nice in it. But apart from that, it's a good brush.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because it takes hours to charge, but you only get 3 uses out of it.
Huh. Interesting.
So it's one of those ones. It's a good brush, and it's like I say, it's cordless and easy to take about and travel. But it is just one of those ones where you're like, oh, it'd be awesome if I could use, and you're like, oh, it's out of battery.
Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah,
but it does make a difference to the beard.
Yeah, well, you can see it even in these pictures, like Thor here, like this one, it's like super wild. This one's much more neat and tidy and like controlled.
But I mean, for the price, it's good as well, because if you look at some of the other beard brushes, it's they're all cordless, or they're all cords as well.
Yeah, and I feel like cordless would be nice for like a beard straight, and like even with like the blow dryer that I use, just to like get my hair like drier like quicker in the morning. It has a wire, so the wire like often gets in the way when I'm like drying my hair, and it's like it'd be nice if it was wireless. So I'm probably gonna upgrade to a wireless one eventually.
Well, what I was gonna say, all you have to do is use the heated brush. Once you're done, you can do your hair with that as well.
True. Yeah.
I do that as well.
Yeah. Once I get that, I'll definitely try that.
But yeah, get yourself the Viking Shield spray
of
as
course.
well.
Yep. Definitely.
Otherwise, your beard will be dry as straw if you don't.
Yeah.
Love that stuff. That shield spray smells amazing.
Yeah.
It's a what is it, a pepperminty smell, isn't it?
Ooh.
Yeah, a bit of a pepperminty smell. I like it.
Okay. That's cool.
because it's got distilled water, rice bran oil, avocado oil, argan oil, polyaspartate, essential oils, natural preservatives. But there is a trick to it. I think it was it Phil or was it I think it was Phil who said about the beard brush, or was it Brian? I can't remember. One of them said about the bearded brush. People were doing it wrong. They were spraying the stuff on their faces and then using the bearded brush straight away, so that you'd get that sizzle. Basically you should. So you have to spray it on, rub it in. And then you leave it for a while so the beard starts drying out, so it's not damp, and then use it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it creates like a protective layer over the hair while you do it, so it doesn't get stripped of all the nutrients and minerals and everything while it's being heated up.
That makes sense.
So it's amazing how many people, once they start actually taking care of their beard, they're like, wow, this thing can be amazing. It's like, yes, it can feel amazing. And, I had a bunch of people message me when I started this program about the beard brush, and I'm glad you talked about like the price of it. Some of these other beard brushes, they're super expensive and they're not near as good. And I had people roasting me when I first started this whole thing, like, my God, it's so expensive, it's overpriced, and it's garbage, and your company is a scam, and we know that
so stupid.
And it's just like, no, it's not a pyramid scheme, it's not a scam, this isn't. I get amazing products from them, I love them.
Thing is, I don't understand why people get offended over a pyramid scheme, because they're still getting their products, even if they're, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like.
I don't know what it is. I'm not sure why they get so upset over the pyramid scheme thing. First of all, it's not, which is where I get really confused when they call it a pyramid scheme, because that's like calling a Honda a truck. It doesn't. No, like it just doesn't make sense. The other part is like, I find people get really offended for no reason. Maybe they're married to another product, or maybe they're married to somebody that has another product that they like using, and if they see anything else that they don't agree with, they just immediately lash out. But I find it weird that like a lack of information seems to be the problem with people when it comes to beard products.
Yeah. What is it called? It's one of those ones. Even if it is a pyramid, it's not. But even if it was, people still getting their products no matter what. You know what I mean? It's one of those ones. Does it matter to you if it is or if it isn't? Because at the end of the day, you're still getting the product. We're still getting a percentage, but does it actually make it? You know what I mean? It's not. You know what I mean? But like I say, I'm not going to people, hi, do you want to come and join the beard struggle so you can work underneath my team so I can make money off you? That's how you make that's how it's a pyramid scheme. My other side job I've got, I do quoting energy prices and utility bills for people. So I just try and save them as much money as they can on all their internet, phone line, broadband, electric, gas, all that into one bill, all in one placement, and that is like it's not I'd say the pyramid scheme, but it's on that type of thing. So everyone helps out everyone, but you are making money off other people as well, like when they sign. So, but it's so tiny. It's like if I say I had Jordan work for me, his people he signs up, I'd make about £2.50 off what he does every single person he makes. So like it's tiny, so it's not, you know what I mean? But I don't understand why people get offended with pyramid schemes, because at the end of the day, you're still getting the product what you asked for. You know what I mean? I'm not going, all right, if you give me this amount of money, now you got to give me extra money for me to send you out the oil or to send you out the balm or stuff like that. So it's kind of doesn't make a difference what the thing is. But at the end of the day, I think, because I had a customer, a friend who basically was my first customer who bought from me. Started growing his beard during lockdown, so he basically was after product because he was like, oh, he used to get really dry skin underneath, dermatitis type of thing, dry skin. And he basically ended up buying it. He said it basically got rid of it after a couple of days and all that stuff. Then he basically went to go and saw other, because once Google Analytics starts saying, oh, you've looked at this, now try this thing, this thing. So he ended up trying another beard brand, realized how crap that other beard brand was, and was like, actually, I'm going to just stick with the beard struggle. And I think people should go and see what other beard products are before they come to TBS. That makes sense. At least you have an idea of what you're talking about. When Jordan or Scott or myself turns around and says, oh, the beard struggle is the best product there is out in the market, because we've been there, we've done the crap, we've done all the
we've used the shitty beard butters and we've used the shitty oils.
But if you've not tried another beard product, it's kind of going, oh yeah, these people tell me it's great and how good it is, but I don't know myself what the difference is between this, because you could be going, oh yeah, it feels really amazing, and then you go and try another product and you're going, well, this feels even better. You know what I mean? You've been promoting this beard product being the best it is, like there, without trying other product. You know what I mean? It's just one that I think people should go and try the shittier ones, just the once, just to see what the whole talk behind it is.
Yeah.
Like I think Artemis Beard is the other one that's supposed to be really good. I think.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They're kind of close to what the beard struggle is. But I mean, you should just go down to your local drugstore, get a beard product from there, and just try it out once to see what it actually feels. My only downside to the bearded struggle is their balm. I'd like it to have like a stronger texture one. Still keep the ingredients, but have a stronger, because when you get to a certain point where your beard's thick and stuff like that, Scott must find that sometimes when you go to use the balm and it doesn't have the holding texture what you're after sometimes.
Okay.
Do you find that, Scott?
Not for me, unfortunately not. Like it got to be that way when my hair on the side after 3 months was growing out like crazy because of quarantine. But as long as it's relatively trimmed and brushed, and I don't find the balm is too much of a problem. I do notice that you have to get underneath. A lot of people just do the sides and then do the front, and then they don't do this. They don't get the underneath part.
Oh, okay. Huh.
So I find
that's
a
interesting.
big difference.
Huh.
And then I just really tighten it up with my hands and brush it out a little bit more.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I spend about 45 minutes every morning.
Whoa.
Yeah. I just find it's not. I would like a little bit stronger, but it's still really good stuff to put in the beard. It does hold it, but you get halfway through the day and you're like the balm's starting to wear off, and it starts going right. Especially like if you're wearing a mask or doing stuff at work and you've been outside and you get the wind and it starts blowing it a bit. Then it's not holding like I'd like it to hold. But I'm not complaining, because you can't get everything you want with a beard product. Like everything you could get the top quality ingredients, but you can't get everything what you're after. Otherwise,
no product is perfect, and so anything that you use is gonna have things that you maybe don't like as much about them, or like don't work quite as well for you. But
it's just one of those ones. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it would be nice to have a little bit stronger. They do they do two different like they have this scrub balm and they have this one. Yeah. But I'd like them to have like a level of strength. Like you'd have one here and then you'd have two different strength levels.
Oh, okay. So kind of because with hair products, there's you can get clay, which is like a stronger hold, and then there's and then you can get styling creams and pastes that are not that don't hold quite as well. So so you want something say the beard balm is not quite a clay, it's closer to a styling cream. You want something that's more of a heavier clay,
a little bit more beeswax in it. But yeah,
okay, got it. Yeah, that's fair for sure.
Apart from that, the whole brand of itself is like I say, it is one of the best products I've used for my beard. You know what I mean? My beard feels a lot softer, healthier.
Yeah,
a lot.
Sure.
Like I say, if you grab up my Instagram, grab my Instagram up again, and then if you go to my Instagram, you'll see the difference in growth over the space of a couple of months. I think I posted up there. Yeah, it's just before the Viking Spirit book. The one on the right, the small picture is before, and the one on the left is basically what I'm a little bit more now, but that's where I was. How many weeks ago? June the 5th. So last week, a couple of weeks ago. It does. You say it has boosted growth a lot. Have you found that with yours? You too?
Yeah, for sure. Like, this is Mark's Instagram again. If you guys want to check it out and see the difference. But yeah, I've definitely noticed a difference. Like, there's spots that like there wasn't as much hair, like it was more patchy. But it's that have gotten much better since I started using the Beard Struggle products. It's like significantly different and like definitely softer for sure because I've been like consistent about it too. Because like with styling your beard or even your hair, like you have to like have like a consistent routine. But yeah, I've definitely noticed a difference for sure.
What about you, Scott? How has yours grown much more since you used it?
Yeah, it grew quite a bit. In all honesty, it was quite surprising how much it grew. I would say it almost not doubled, but just under doubled probably in length, and it took 3 months. I've been growing this for 11, and I only trimmed it twice just to kind of clean up the ends of it and try and make it look more presentable. But yeah, when quarantine hit, I had the Beard Struggle, and I had them pretty much the entire time. I got them just before Christmas was the first time I got the Beard Struggle. And I've been using them steady ever since. And it just grows like a motherfucker. This thing just grows like a monster. It smells good. I'm sure it tastes good. I'm sure fucking everything about it's good. You know, in all honesty, the big thing about me when it came to beard, like we're all talking about, like Jordan showed his old pictures and you've showed your old pictures. We all have those pictures. The one thing for me is like I don't feel as confident in that old picture. Like if I were to recall myself without a beard, like I don't feel very confident. I feel kind of naked and vulnerable. Whereas this beard, I don't know, it's almost like a shield. It's almost like a shield when you go out there in the world, and it gives you some confidence and it gives you something to like back you up almost. It's weird. But I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like when I'm like before I had and like when before I had a beard and then when I like shaved it down for November last year, I feel like it makes me look significantly younger without it. Like I feel like I look much older, like not like much older, but like older than I look without it, which I would prefer because like I'm only 20 at this point. So like if I can like look a little more mature like with a beard, then I'm all for it.
I'll say you're quite lucky because I've always had facial hair, but I've never had a full-on beard until I hit about 22.
Okay.
Basically, yeah, because I'm 30 now. I turned 30 the other day. I'm just looking. I'm looking. So how long have I had my Instagram for? Let's have a look. Back in the day, because it's really weird. Because over the last 3 months, my Instagram space exploded. 2014 was the last time was when I first had my Instagram.
Okay.
So
cool.
So really 20. Yeah, about 2022, I reckon. That's kind of when I started to be able to start growing facial hair properly.
Wow! Look at that.
But before that, before that, it's kind of just been a bit more of a goatee type of shape around my face with small bits of what's it called? Small bits of facial hair like here, but nothing here.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I hit that certain age, and it just all of a sudden went bang, and then I ended up being able to grow a beard But the only problem was where I was working in the kitchens, I couldn't get to past a certain point. So we're like, oh, you got to shave now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those ones. As soon as I left, as soon as I left the kitchen, as soon as I left the kitchen, that was it. I've started growing properly. Yeah. Going back to my other photos, one where people tag you in.
Yeah.
I've got my Ragnar Lothbrok type of hair going on.
That's awesome.
I basically starting to get back. I want to get my hair back to that point. So I was speaking to you the other day, wasn't I, Jordan?
Yeah, you were.
And I don't know whether. What do you reckon, Scott? To shave off the sides and let that bit on top grow, or let it fully grow? What do you reckon?
I reckon that first option. That's what I'm doing. I just shaved off my sides here.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
Got them nice and short.
Yep.
And I'll probably even shave my sides down a little bit more next time. Like I'll go right to the skin. And I'll
I was thinking that too.
And the back of my head is a big, deep V. Like, it doesn't just go like this. It goes like right down to a big point. Okay. And my goal is to just grow out the back like that, keep it at that nice point, and then eventually I'm going to braid it up. And I've started talking to my family about like my next tattoo, because my sister owns a tattoo shop. So sometimes I like to just talk to her and pick her brain and be like, hey, like what's in style? What's a good look right now? Like what are artists really pushing right now? That kind of thing. Because there's always trends, especially when it comes to tattoos. Mm-hmm. So I'll see kind of like what artists are working on at that time and see if there's a style that I like. If there's somebody out there that I want to go work with.
You're gonna have the head. Would you ever have a head tattoo or not head tattoo?
That's the next one planned. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. The next one. I want to have like Odin's Raven on the side of my head, right across my ear. Yeah.
Similar to what Ragnar type of style look, or you can have more like an actual Raven look.
No, I'd probably do the whole Ragnar style. I'm not that I want to copy the style of Ragnar or anything like that, but I've always wanted to have like a face tattoo or a head tattoo. Even when I was little, like I remember thinking like I just got to be inked up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to be inked up by the time I'm older. Like when I die, I don't really want to have no ink on me. So right now I have my left arm done and that's it. So my goal after this is to get the side of my head done, probably my arm. And then, I don't know, I'm a pretty hairy human being. So my back and my chest, I worry about that. But we'll see what happens.
The worst tattoo pain I've had was one on my chest. That was really painful. Yeah, only because you have so many nerves in your chest. So many nerves in your chest. It was similar to, basically as he was doing it, it would hit certain points, and my chest would go like that without moving on its own. It was going boom, 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 boom. I was like, all right, this is, and it would hit certain areas, and it'd be more painful than others. But I mean, that's probably the worst one. Arms were fine, and probably up near the armpit was painful as well.
I'm sure. On your arm one, do you have your wrist done like right around here? I have it all the way done to like right down.
No, I wanted to, but I found it would have got too expensive. I didn't have the money at the time, so I've got my wristbands on at the moment.
When they did my wrist, they said that it apparently your pinky has more nerves in just that finger than the rest of your hand, is what my tattoo artist told me, which I'd never been told that before. So when they were doing my wrist, they hit the nerve that goes up into my pinky apparently, and the side of my wrist just swelled up like a crazy son of a bitch. And they're just like, we got to stop today because we're worried about your skin splitting open. Yeah. I don't know if that's even possible, but that would have been scary.
But yeah, I've found with the tattoos, they just got more and more, it'll get more and more addictive. They get addictive. And I couldn't afford to carry on the addiction. T-shirts designs coming soon apparently, so they got stuff coming out for it soon. For the big struggle.
Okay, cool.
The hoodies look cool. and I just what's it called? Yeah, tattoos. I would have been basically my arm would have been covered and stuff, but I just couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
I would like to do something eventually. Like, I feel like a tattoo sleeve would look really cool. Like down, like on either one of my arms. I think that would look really cool.
Go ahead. Start off the biggest bit first. Go for the head, so it'd be painful. Get that out of the way, and you won't care about it. Get Canadian moose tattooed to your head.
Absolutely. Well, it's funny. Jordan and I actually talked about that. I plan on getting, when him and I have done the podcast long enough, I'll get a Moose Brothers tattoo. I'll get a tattoo for everybody in the clan.
But yeah, I reckon you and Jordan should get one on some areas. So when you're together, you have like moose and one should have bro or something like that when you're together.
Nice. Jordan has one half, I have the other.
That'd be funny.
So what's the t-shirt design you got coming out then?
Ooh. Well, so we've got quite a few for the Moose Bros. So far, I'll pull up the website. But we have one sec. Losing the ability to spell.
It's a common problem after staring at a computer screen for too long.
Yep.
But we're always working on merch. I design the merch and get it up there and everything like that. And it's been a fun process so far. Like I just made one the other day for Phil in regards to his honorable appearance on our podcast. Thank you again, Phil, if you're listening. I love you. And it's a lot of fun, man. Like I always try and add a little bit of personality into each one for each individual guest because everybody has their own flavor and their own style. So like I'll obviously do one for you as well, my friend, and I'll get something up there. And
what you should do, I was to say, you should have also have one for each country. So you have like United Kingdom moose, but have it like the Union Jack or the Canadian moose different.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, no, that's definitely a good idea. But yeah, that's pretty much what we've been doing right now is we just create a little bit of merch for each guest that comes on. And it's like our way of saying thank you. If somebody really enjoyed the podcast and they're like, fuck, man, I really love Phil. Or, oh, man, Mark was an awesome guy. Like, they can go out and support you guys and just wear something like that. And it's fun. I enjoy it. We've sold a few stuff from the website already.
That's good.
It took off a little bit more than we thought it was going to at the beginning. So it's been fun.
So what is your way of selling it then? I mean, because you haven't really been promoting it. I haven't really seen anything being thrown up on Instagram or anything like that. What have you kind of been doing to get that? Is it just all off YouTube?
So we've when the merch store first went up, I tweeted it. I put it on Twitter.
I posted it a few times through Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just pulling up the website right now. It's taking me a second.
So you
Mainly
found
I've been
Twitter.
doing. Go ahead.
Have you found Twitter gets you more sales? Because I found with bid struggle stuff, Facebook's been the one that's basically got me the sales.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Facebook. I find that's the case as well. There seems to be a lot more traffic on Facebook, I find anyways. So yeah, it's definitely a little bit different. So when it comes to, I have my Instagram linked to my Facebook page. So when I make an Instagram post, it turns into a post on my Facebook page and then I send it out. And I've noticed that it's working pretty well that way. I do a few promotions for Instagram here and there, but I really don't push the merch store a whole bunch. I just let people know it exists. I drop it very nonchalantly here and there.
Yeah.
And it seems to be working well.
Yeah. So this is my shirt. This is the first Team Jordan shirt. This is the one I actually ordered one recently in the red, and then so the back has our logo on it that I designed. Hashtag the Moose Bros podcast, hashtag Team Jordan. And then this is Team Scott. It's kind of hard to see, like, because you can't really zoom, but it has like some text on there from a skit that we're working on, which should be out like hopefully soon.
Hopefully this week coming or the week after. We're working on it. Jordan's a busy man. I'm a busy man. We only have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah, exactly. And then this is Phil's shirt, which is awesome. Like, I love how it turned out.
I made Phil's own kingdom.
Yeah.
And then the clan that we're all a part of.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Such a sick design.
But yeah, I'd say that hasn't been around that long, the clan itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I got invited to the clan like just after I joined, like back in April or whatever it was. I actually think it was Scott who first messaged me and was like, "Did you get a invitation into the clan?"
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think who invited me? I think who invited me? Trying to think who invited me. It was because it seems like we've been on for a long time because everyone gelled so well.
Yeah,
for sure. It feels like it's been around for a long time. We all know each other very well, but it's one of those ones. It's only been around for what, about 4 months?
Mm.
The whole, like, as far as the ambassador program, like Phil, Jan, myself, Black Belt, like all the guys that started on day one kind of thing, we've been doing it for less than 3 months. That clan has probably been around for just over a month and a half. So the amount of stuff that's been done in there between I think there's like 55 of us or 53 of us.
Yeah.
You know, we all get along relatively well and we're all gelled and we're all positive people, which is a big part of it, right?
Yeah. I love being in that group chat. Like the things, like the discussions we have are just hilarious.
Yeah, they're funny, and then, you know, like Mark's working on that calendar.
I think we'd get arrested if they discovered.
I mean,
we would get arrested if they found out about that calendar you're working on. I'm working on some steamy stuff for you.
I'm gonna say I'm just there, but hopefully I'm gonna start getting stuff through. By the time that happens, I'll be to a point with Photoshop and Lightroom to actually be able to edit to a point. And then I might throw it over to a couple of the photography guys actually in our thing and say, can you do any touch-ups on that? But I mean, yeah, I was going to say, you guys haven't really got to worry about anything at the moment because you've got to wait till winter time, really.
Yeah, I think my month was September, October for that. So I've got a bit, like, usually like where I am, the leaves will start turning like fall colors like end of August into September. So it'll probably be somewhere around there when I get my photos done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scouting at the moment because I'm June, aren't I? So I'm kind of scouting at the moment where to pick to take pictures.
Yeah, true.
I take them in my living room with no clothes on, with only the Beard Struggle products covering my junk.
We'll do an OnlyFans one then.
Well, it's funny that we mentioned this because I mean, Jordan's the only person that's seen this picture of me with my junk covered by the TBS products, and I think I scarred him. See, look at his poor face. He doesn't even want to look at the camera right now. Jordan, you look me in the eye. You look me in the eye, Jordan.
That was like I'd almost forgotten about it. Again, this happened when we talked about this with Phil, and I'd almost forgotten about it by then. Like when you brought it up, I was like, wait, what? And then I was like, wait, crap.
Right. See, you blacked it out.
Yeah.
You blacked it out, and I brought that son of a bitch right back up.
That I swear that's gonna turn into one of the staples on this podcast. Your story about like your first, like your trip to the bar, and then like that. Oh man.
Secretly, I know Jordan face palms, but I think in a way it makes him feel like he's really a part of the group.
Yeah. He's like that. He's like the not Ned Flanders. The what's that kid's called?
I'm not sure.
Simpsons. Ned Flanders' kids called Rod and Todd.
Oh, Rod and Todd.
He's like them of the group. So like, so like if someone says something like a swear, he's like, "Oh crap! I've got to go and tell my mum you swore."
It's not to that point, but yeah, no, it is. I feel like in the Discord group, I always walk into the oddest conversations. Like I find myself in the middle every time.
You start some of those odd conversations, you bastard.
Whether it's Mensky or Scott or Phil, like
it's just funny. It's just funny because you try and say like you try and get a kid, and we're like, you've just dropped yourself in, bang, something else. You're like, oh, I've just hurt myself even more.
Yep. Yep. Every time.
Man, Jordan. Yeah. I know that you have some questions for our friend here. So do you want to pull those son of bitches out?
Yeah, let's do it. So I worked on these earlier today.
Okay.
So just kind of variety of things. So first one, what's your favorite TV show?
These are what we like to call the awkward dating questions.
You guys didn't have blind date, did you, over in Canada?
No.
So I'll answer the question in a sec. Blind date was pretty much, it's like an old 80s type of dating program, but in America, you'd have that video dating thing where you'd put in your videotape and people would select for the dating age.
Yeah, I remember that years ago.
So it's basically blind dates. Basically, you'd have either 3 women or 3 men, and you'd basically have a screen up. So basically, you'd have 3 people on one side. You'd have the person coming on who would be asking all these questions, and they'd be asking really weird questions. But it's like the really creepy, like, oh, so where would you take me on a date, or where would you do this? And they'd be like, well, I could take you anywhere you want, baby. That's that type of answers. Yeah, so it's like, that's what I say. It's like the awkward dating thing. But yeah, favorite TV program at the moment or in overall?
Could be either one. Up to you.
Overall, I'm trying to think. Probably Vikings, because I was in a Game of Thrones type of one, which was Game of Thrones was beaten at the time, and then had that shitty season, and I was like, after coming off Vikings, I was like, Vikings has just ruined Game of Thrones. So yeah, probably Vikings is probably.
Nice.
But probably anything DC is also another one.
Okay.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Scott, what about you?
Oh, I'm addicted to Reboot right now. I'm not even joking. I love that show. It's like computer programs with dating problems and viruses with anger issues. It's fucking hot.
That's amazing.
I don't know what it is about that show, but it makes no sense, but it does, but it doesn't. It's fucking hilarious how, like, in that show, because they live inside of a computer, it'll, like, the sky will turn purple, and it's like, warning, game coming, and this big fucking purple cube comes and falls out of the sky, and they all have to get under the cube to get in the game before it hits the ground.
Yeah.
And then when they're in the game, like, if they lose the game, like, if the person playing on the computer wins, then everybody in the game dies and has to, like, they get deleted or something. And it's like, you can never let the person playing win, or else that part of the computer gets wiped out and dies. And you're like, oh,
oh no.
Okay, well, like, I really liked Jim. He was a cool guy, but we lost that game, so he's dead.
Oh, that's funny.
What about you,
Jordan? I don't really watch much TV, but I think I got to go Vikings. Like, I've watched I'm already almost through 4 whole seasons, and I've only been watching for a couple of weeks. because I've just been like just watching like multiple episodes a day. Not so much recently because I've been like working on the podcast and that kind of stuff, but like every time I have a chance, that's what I watch.
I did season 1 in about a day.
Nice. All right. So what's your, kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier, what's your favorite scent from the Beard Struggle? If you had to pick one and you could only use that one.
I would say Odin Virtue, but the only problem about Odin Virtue, I think I'd get bored after a while. It's still my favourite, but I'd get bored. So probably, I reckon Viking Honor.
Okay, nice.
Scott, it's not too overpowering.
Yeah, for sure.
And what about you, Jordan? What can't you live without?
So I've only used I've used Viking Storm, Viking Honor, and Ragnarok Finale. I have the beard wash and conditioner for all three, and I've used the beard oil for Viking Honor because that's the ultimate kit that I got. I got the Viking Storm recently, and like it's just awesome. Like it smells really good. It's like you can smell it, it's there, but it's not like punch you in the face with smell. Like it's
totally,
yeah, it's amazing.
Viking Storm for me as well.
Yeah.
I opened it, put it on my face, immediately wish I had a replica of my face to fuck. I did not. So I just made do with the fact that I had it on my face. I love that stuff. If I could, I would bathe in it.
Honestly, that would be amazing. All right, next one. So for the people watching, there's a few Beard Struggle brand ambassadors that are known as the brand Viking Masters. So they've had like a higher number of sales, and they like are more involved with the company in like different kind of ways. If you had to pick one of the brand Viking Masters to hang out with, who would you pick?
I like this one.
what we doing when we're hanging out, because each one's got a different personality to do it. Because
doesn't matter right now.
If I say Daki, that would be like going out for a steak and drinking and just, you know what I mean, having a proper messed up weekend would probably be something like that before he had the kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if I hanged out with Dan would be a bit more chilled out. He'd be a bit more like, you know what I mean? That's what I'd say. It depends on what the scenario is.
Yeah.
But I speak to Dan a lot more than, I speak to Dan more than, I don't really speak to the others. But yeah, probably Dan.
Yeah, solid. Scott, what about you?
Oh, it's difficult for me. I have a love for each and every single one of them, in all honesty. But I have to say, it'd probably be Daki for me. Because Daki's like my spirit animal. I sent him that yesterday. I told him that he was my spirit animal, and he sent me like a bunch of hearts. It was real cute.
That's amazing.
But he's such a funny guy, man. Yeah. I remember I made some kind of a comment on one of my posts. It was like a before and after picture. Yeah. And he told me that my sister's beautiful. And I was like, that was fucking, I love a good roasting. Yeah. Just like that, like just so quickly, nonchalantly. Oh, dude, your sister looks amazing in that picture, and you're like, "What are you talking? Oh, that's me. Fuck, god damn it."
That's it. Well, it's called. I followed Daki way before I joined the Beard Struggle, because I didn't really know much about the Beard Struggle, so I was following him way before. So when he was started doing this barbecuing on in the snow outside and the stuff like that, and when he was driving on the fast cars and doing all modelling stuff. Yes, I was following way before the bloody knew about Beard Struggle properly. But yeah, I mean, like I say, it depends on what you want to do, because if you want to go for a long nature, a long weekend of doing hiking and everything, then you're going to go for pilots, because
for sure,
very much into that. But yeah, that's probably Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Oof. I think I'd love to hang out with either Thor, Daki, or Dan. Like, I feel like Thor would just be like a funny, just like chill dude to hang out with. Yeah, have to be one of those three, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, those are good picks.
Yeah. All right. So this is kind of like give some love to the rest of the brand Viking community. If you had to like pick one brand Viking account to like shout them out and tell your followers about that one account, who would it be?
One person to shout out. Let's think, because I normally shout out a few people, don't I? I'll let Scott answer that one first.
All right, I got you. It's a toss-up for me between Phil and Black Belt. I have a special place in my heart for both of those guys.
Yeah.
You know, both of them have helped me quite a bit since day one. They've both been very positive individuals, and I got to say I've probably learned the most from the two of them in the sense of how to be more professional.
Yeah.
So I owe that to both of them quite a bit, let alone the personal things that they've helped me out with in their spare time when they don't need to, and that kind of stuff. So I'm just very grateful, especially to those two individuals. So it would probably be Black Belt or Phil.
For sure. Mark, what about you?
Well, I can't really put anyone on there because they've all done different things for different, like everyone in their group's done like different bits for different people. Probably I'd say Phil, because he's helped, like say he's the one who kind of was giving me hints from day one.
Yeah.
But then like you say, like you two, like it's both of you, like I say, because like I say, both there for like conversations and stuff. And like I say, everyone else really in it, because each one has helped out and each one's quite, you know what I mean? Everyone's quite stand together type of thing in that group. So it's
What about you, Jordan?
Yeah, so Phil obviously again is definitely one of them, but also Adisi, like he's been so helpful with like just like I've learned so much about like Instagram and like working the algorithm and all that kind of stuff from him because he hosted
father of the brotherhood.
Yeah, honestly, he hosted a webinar on Zoom that I was on a little while ago, and like it was so helpful. Like I wrote down so many notes and like I learned so much. So like he's definitely one of them for sure.
Such a sweet human being that man is.
Yeah. He's going to be on the podcast at some point, and I'm so excited about it.
And
I can't wait to talk to him.
And no one knows what he does for a job.
True.
I can't wait to hear about fucking his stories about bears and shit. I love that guy.
Yeah, that one. I feel like he's also one of those guys that has the capability of like talking to us for hours. Like I feel like that could be like another like marathon episode.
I truly feel like we are just kings of making marathon episodes if we absolutely have to.
Honestly.
And then Jordan doesn't really care. He just sticks an intro on it, sticks it on. He's like, yeah, stuff it. Who cares? Check it out there. 4 hours of editing. Well, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I do very little editing to it. Like, and on episode 2, I had to chop out because we watched a couple UFC fights on the podcast. As I was
damn you, Dana White.
Yeah, honestly, like, and YouTube, like, so rude. Like I figured, like, I played them without the sound, so because usually it's like audio that like bites you on like copyright stuff, but they got us on the video, and I was like, I was upset about that. Like, that was not a good moment. Yeah, and then also the same day, Scott got shadow banned by Instagram for whatever reason. It's like
it's been hashtagging too many people or done something.
I am not a crook. It is what it is. Shit happens.
Yeah, honestly. All right, next question. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
No corona or anything like that, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and just like whatever. Just like
probably,
probably not thinking about job or anything like that.
Probably Norway.
Oh, cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, probably Norway, because like I say, I'm 25% Scandinavian.
Cool.
I would live in a small place called Santa's Little Village. Seriously, there's a small place called Santa's Little Village. It apparently snows all year round. That's where I want to be. I want to live 1 year in the snow.
Yeah. I think for me, I'd probably like because I'm quarter Italian, so I would love to live in Italy because like Italian food is like I would live off Italian food if I could. It's just so good, like pizza, pasta, like so good.
That's a good reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So besides Ragnar Lothbrok, because that's obviously everybody's favorite on Vikings. Who's your second favorite character on Vikings?
I was gonna say I can't really tell you because you're where you're watching the moment. I might have spoilers.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit unfair. I was gonna say Scott might. Scott's probably seen them all. Have you seen all the episodes?
Absolutely, several times, and I might even spoil it for Jordan just because.
So basically, Beyond's my favourite, but kind of where he is at the moment, he's not. It's more. It's probably. I'd say probably who we got. Ivor might be one up there as well because he has a good kind of character development over the whole. Like I say, but I don't really want to spoil it because
yeah, please don't.
Because otherwise it'll get to the point and you're going, oh, what's going to happen? But no, Beyond. But then he gets a bit too much of a playboy.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it kind of I understand that he's but I'll say either that or either. So
I feel like.
Beyond,
sorry, go ahead. Finish your.
Yeah, Beyond's probably my favorite, but Ivor's up there as well.
Yeah, like already, like in the few episodes that I've seen with like Ivor as he's like growing up, I can already tell he's going to be a serious problem at some point for somebody. Like he just has that, like you can just tell, like right from like when they come back in season 4, like and all Ragnar's sons are older, you can just tell he's going to be like a serious issue for somebody at some point. Yeah, I feel like.
But I mean, like his character development gets better once he gets taken off his mum's tits.
Okay.
So it's kind of that, but I don't want to spoil it because
please don't.
Otherwise, I'd like to say Scott know what I'm on about because he's like seen it. But I mean, you'll have to watch it.
Yeah, I will be watching it. All right. Wait, Scott, did you answer?
No, I did not.
Go ahead.
It's okay, Jordan. I know you don't care about my answer. No,
I'm so tired.
I got I got a weird love for Floki. Like I don't, but I do.
Yep.
Because I understand like the mad genius kind of role, right? Like I get that the whole like. But it gets a little creepy when he's like, "My hands, I'm working through the gods are working through me." It's like. Yeah. I don't know, dude. You're in a burning tower right now, and there's people falling on you. God working for you.
Yeah, honestly.
So, I like Floki. He gets a little bit weirder in the later seasons, and it's hard to kind of understand what's going on with him. But in the early days, like I loved when he first popped out of the bush and met Bjorn, and he's like, "This is my son Ben," and then he's like, "Oh, you have your father's eyes." And, he's like right there for Ragnar through the whole thing. Like that was cool to watch. And then the jealousy aspect of Ethelstan was fun to watch. To see him be like, he truly loved Ragnar, but in like a creepy, fucked up way. And you're like, holy shit. Okay. So Floki for me before I get into the later seasons of the new people Jordan's not aware of.
But you do realise with what's it called, that Ragnar was like they say descendant from Odin, so it's kind of he's into his gods, isn't he? So it's kind of probably looking at him more of he's a god type thing.
Yeah, which is odd because I mean when you try and look into more Viking history, they say Ragnar was actually the son of a king. I can't remember where from.
Okay.
And then he came over. So if you look into the history part, there's really no like he's a son of Odin weird stuff going on around him. It's like, oh, he's just some guy from a different land and now he's gonna fuck up shit. So that I can get behind. But if he we're going with the whole like Viking storyline, Ragnar's a son of Odin, then that is a bit odd. But I get why he would love him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I really like Rollo and Athelstan for sure.
Yeah.
I think those would be after Ragnar, those would be my top two.
Yeah.
Only problem I found about Rolo was he was a bit like too much of like a what do you call it, salt if he didn't get his way and he just
True. That's fair. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's fair. All right. Next question. I've got 3 more.
Okay.
All right.
What's one of your favorite actors, like movie actors?
One of my favorite movie actors.
Mm-hmm.
I like a bit of Morgan Freeman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also like, who do I also like? Keanu Reeves.
Oh, yep.
Because like I say, he's kind of he doesn't really change much about himself in the actual and in really movies. He actually gives it 100%. If you ever watched like John Wick, he kind of does all the training for that.
Yep.
I mean, like stuff like that. So yeah, probably John Wick or Morgan Freeman or anyone like similar to those.
Nice.
Very cool.
Scott, what about you?
I would probably have to go with, if we're going actors for comedic, like funny but also serious, Robin Williams.
Oh, yep.
I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, The World's Greatest Dad, where his son commits suicide because he was jerking off. Like, it's the funniest fucking movie ever. I love that movie. It's so dark and twisted, so you have to be a little twisted to like that shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a movie that you like.
Yeah, totally. You know, I'm a fan of weird movies. Like, I don't know anybody that was in Clockwork Orange, but when that old lady gets her face beat in with that giant stone dick, I fucking died laughing. When they killed her and beat her with that stone dick, I died laughing. I don't care who says what. That was some funny shit. And then if we're just going, so yeah, Robin Williams, obviously those gentlemen for their beating of that old woman with the stone penis. And I probably like a Morgan Freeman for, you know, The Bucket List is really one that took me home with him, where he was just playing the older man that was dying, and then he died and his friend stayed behind. And it was a rather touching story, but also funny along the way.
Cool. Yeah, I gotta go Robert Downey Jr. Because I've always loved the Iron Man movies and like the Avengers movies that he's in. And then also Johnny Depp, and then obviously Keanu Reeves as well.
Yeah.
I was watching John Wick 3 just like recently, just like rewatching it, and just like those movies, like the plot's not necessarily like super complex or super deep, but it's just a good like smash 'em up like action movie.
Totally.
Yeah, just I can't wait for number 4, which I think is 2021 is when that comes out.
Oh shit, son.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. All right.
We got 2 more before we wrap this thing up.
Yeah, 2 more questions. All right, what's one of your favorite series of books?
Ooh, good question.
I don't really read books. Yeah, I'm listening to audiobooks at the moment. So,
okay.
The only book I've really read was Angry White Pajamas.
Interesting.
That's a martial art book.
Okay, cool.
It's basically it's a guy who lives in Japan teaching English, and he witnesses a street fight. And it was like, oh, if I was in that situation, how would I deal with it? So he's like, so basically he's like, well, I wouldn't be able to deal with it. So he goes along to an Aikido class, and basically the place where he is has a special Aikido type of program.
Okay.
Basically, it's like it's what the riot police use. There's that in there. So it's a year's course. There's a whole year done every year of intense training. So he signs up for that, and he basically goes from white belt to black belt in a year. But I mean, it's basically like training 6 hours each day type of thing, cool. over 6 days, and like everything from basically doing kneeling stuff to stand it, you know what I mean? And it's proper hardcore. And it tells you all about how he goes from that point all the way through. It's like he talks about his life and stuff like that throughout that year. And right at the end of the book, he gets to a certain point after it finishes, and he's sitting in his room, and it'd be like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and his body would just basically get adrenaline rushes for the next couple of months after finishing it, because his body's so used to having that constant adrenaline rush going through his body.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite a good book if you're interested into reading something short.
Cool.
Interesting.
That's sweet.
What about you, Jordan?
I gotta go Lord of the Rings. That's like I've read that series multiple times. I have, I think, three different sets of the series. I've seen the movies like more times than I can count.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Surprisingly, there's a book series I read years ago, and I can't remember the full name of it all. I have them somewhere in my house, and they're great books. And they're actually more of like a teenage fiction book, but the way it was written doesn't come off like a teenage fiction book. They've started making like the TV show on Netflix. And I think they call it Shadow People or something on Netflix, or the Shadow Realm or something. But the book is actually called like the City of Ash, and then it goes to the City of Bones, and then the City of
I've heard of that. Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah. And cool. it's yeah, it has a lot of like werewolves and vampires, and they have their own essential, like their own rules and their own identity, as far as like how, you know, Muslim people might do something, and then Asian people have their ways, and then like their own cultures. So the vampires had their own cultures, the werewolves had cultures, and it was like all these different groups, and there was essentially a group stuck in the middle, and that was kind of the viewpoint of the book, was they're stuck in the middle. How do we help navigate through all this stuff?
Oh, okay, cool.
And yeah, it was just fun to learn, fun to
read. That's awesome. Cool. Good stuff. Alrighty. Last question. What are your top 2 favorite superheroes?
DC or Marvel?
Could be either.
Either or.
Yeah.
Superhero wise, for DC is Batman and Shazam.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
And then Marvel has to be Spider-Man and probably Deadpool.
Yep.
Yes.
What about you guys?
Scott, you want to go?
I'll take this one.
All right.
I have an odd place in my heart for Wolverine, because of how hairy he is, how angry he is, and how often he likes to stab people with his hands. Yeah, I like him, and the fact that he can heal super fast is pretty dope. Like if he gets set on fire and his skin's all fucked up, he heals real quick. He breaks a bone, he snaps it back into place, and it's fine.
Yeah,
like he's just kind of a freak. And Hugh Jackman plays a great Wolverine.
Facts.
Yeah.
And then if I'm not talking Wolverine, like, I don't know, man, that's really hard for me, because it goes through so many. I'm not a Superman fan, but I love Spider-Man. But he's definitely not my favorite. So it's, I don't know. Don't have a lot of love for Batman.
Okay.
The second one's hard for me to pick, and I don't know. I think it would probably have to, and if I'm going real hard, I'd probably have to pick another X-Men, and I'd probably go with, like, whoever the fuck that dude is that throws the cards and then he disappears and shit.
Yeah.
Gambit.
Yeah, Gambit, yep.
He throws the cards, makes the cards explode, and then he, like, says a cool line and takes off. Like, God, I wish I had his style.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Yeah, for me,
Jordan?
I gotta go Iron Man and Wolverine.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, always been my 2 favorites.
You picked those 2 quick. You picked them nice and quick.
Yeah, well, because they've always been my favorite, and like I've always, especially with Iron Man, like I've always like loved all the movies that he's in. Like I've seen all the Iron Man movies multiple times, like all the Avengers movies. Yeah.
Yeah, that first Iron Man movie when it came out was a motherfucker. That was an awesome movie.
So good.
Got hooked. Got me hooked.
Yep. Well, that's the one that like started it all. Like technically, like timing wise, the Hulk with Edward Norton came up before that, but really doesn't start until Iron Man.
It didn't. The Hulk didn't really kick it off too well. It didn't get the start I think they were hoping for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, Blade was the original. That's one that got them the budget thing, didn't it?
I didn't
know that. Okay, that's cool. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's all my questions.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about. Otherwise, we're closing in on 3 hours.
How far are we off from 3 hours?
10 minutes. 2 hours and 50 minutes so far.
So we've done a good long podcast.
Yeah.
We'll probably call it here just because I know Jordan and I have some other things that we got to go get done for tonight because we got another show that we got to do here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. But thank you so much for coming on, Mark. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
The fact that it was nice to get to know more about you, and I mean, I always see you in the chat. I know Jordan talks to you and whatnot, but it was nice to get to sit down and actually learn a little bit more about you on a personal level. So thank you for just taking the time out of your day, letting us into your life and letting us get to know more about you, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, this was lots of fun.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to let the fans know before we go? Your Instagram handle, your YouTube channel, anything about how they can find you and get you the love you well deserve?
Just give me a follow on Instagram. I was going to say because you get to see what I'm up to here most days. Because I'm going to start posting more photography stuff on there now. I'm starting to learn that, so there'll be other stuff on there. That's it really. Just follow me on that, and you'll be able to see what I post up most days anyway.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. Yeah, and I'll have Mark's links down below for his YouTube and his Instagram, so you can just click down below, as well as his discount code for the beard struggle if you want to support him and get yourself some awesome beard care products, as well as our codes as well on our social media where we post a lot of cool stuff, and especially with the Moose Bros page, that's where we keep you updated on like when things are going live and like who's on the podcast next, when we're about to start recording, that kind of stuff. So all those links will be down below. Yeah, thanks again for coming on, Mark. This has been a lot of fun.
Awesome.
All right. Much love, everybody. Thank you so much for watching our episode again. And yeah, like we said, follow Mark on Instagram, follow him on YouTube, give Jordan some love if you're a Team Jordan member, or if you think that my dirty, disgusting way of life is the way that you need to go, jump on Team Scott. So,
yeah, and I will have the merch link down below as well if you want to check that out, because Scott's constantly coming up with new designs, and if you want to help us, help support us and allow us to keep upgrading gear for this podcast, we can give you a better experience and do more stuff like that. I also want to give a quick shout out to Phil, guest on episode 2 for he paid for this microphone just as a gift, wanted to support the podcast, so I really enjoyed using this. I'm sure it's a big audio improvement over just straight out of these earphones, so another thanks to him. He'll be linked down below as well if you want to check him out. Yeah, that's all from me.